upsets.
Edelman for whatever. Guys, I love you, man. I love you guys. You guys, my brothers. You're my family. Yeah.
Give him that cortisone shot right there. He was feeling himself.
No. That's when he got concussed in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, when he got dazed.
Oh, yeah, he was dope. He was out. But think about how many guys you see, like, especially defenders, when they get their heads all wrapped up, you're thinking that they're not concussed?
Just go back out there.
Dude,
that's the culture.
Dude, playing as a defender my whole life, or someone who played defense a lot, dude, walked around with a lot of concussions.
But that's the thing. That's fact, though. No, it's fact. They say, like...
I just hate the excuses. By Liverpool. Oh, they were concussed. No, they just sucked.
Well, Karius probably was concussed.
It could, like, where's the... Like, he could suck for sure, but,
he's
like,
still fucked up, but he might have been...
He still lost his job.
I'll put it this way.
Liverpool was defending him just to defend him.
Karius this summer when he made that move, he was not concussed then. And he made 2 mistakes.
It's a hangover
in the Champions League.
And notice they didn't come out and say he was concussed. Like,
Huss will never let it go. I love it. No Liverpool fan. That's how I know he's a true Liverpool fan.
And he won't let it go. Oh, my God. Then he comes out going against Klopp or the club. Like, I wasn't told that we're going to have Ellison. Get the fuck out of here. We all knew they're going to go get somebody because you don't have 2. You're basically trying to save shots with 2 feet. 4 feet. You have no hands, dude. You can't catch the ball. You can't push it out of the goal. How are you even a goalkeeper? You're too worried about your goddamn man bun and your highlights.
Can you smell the EPL? Can you smell that in the air? The EPL banter?
Are we even
PFC
going right
Nation?
now? I have no idea. I just
with the hot
going
take.
on right now.
ranting from the heart.
No, because it's like bullshit because then Klopp comes out saying, I don't talk to anybody about transfers when it comes down to players. Why should they actually talk to Karius? The only thing they should be saying to Karius is, you're staying or you're going. Everything else, shut the fuck up and go save the ball.
Hey, hot Huss.
Dude, Karius needs to go. Never mind. He's still part of the team.
Look, man, I like Liverpool. This is, by the way, Tom speaking here. That was Huss going on.
Are we actually on?
We got Tiki in the house. We got Al, a.k.a. Al Lino, in the house. And this is PFC, the EPL preview, the EPL. I'm losing my train of thought here. Prediction show.
Friday, baby.
Yeah,
EPL's back this Friday, man. Window closes in less than 4 days from Sunday, so 3 days on Monday when you're hearing this.
I smell a doctor's appointment.
So in case you guys forget, doctor's appointment, yeah, right? United play Friday, by the way. But usually transfer window used to be open until September. Now it's when the season starts, so that 2-3 weeks are out of the window now. World Cup this year. Jose hasn't got players, so it's kind of a weird summer.
I'm amped. I am amped. And I think you saying Jose doesn't have players, Man United to me is the most interesting team going into the EPL season. There's a lot of things going on in the background. Ed Woodward versus Mourinho versus Pogba. Lukaku, is he going to step up? There's so many storylines here.
Not Arsenal. I think
Sanchez.
Arsenal is a little bit more for me because we don't know whether Arsenal's going to sink or swim this year because they get the new manager after 20 years.
Well, I get that. I can totally understand that. But, man, this is almost like a breaking point, you know. And with Arsenal, I think there's more positivity. With Man United, there's a little bit more negativity, and it's a little bit more captivating.
Everyone at Arsenal is waiting in the middle. That's the difference. Like, everyone, they don't know if they're for...
This is a grace year.
I
think it's a grace year.
That's what I'm saying.
Year, yeah.
Agreed, but like everyone's like in the middle. Everyone's like, okay, if we suck, we suck. We get it. It's his first year. But if we're good, we're good. Like we're off.
It's Emery out. It's Emery out if we suck.
The change is new energy. No, I think Emery will play positive brand of football.
Make great signings.
That's what everyone wants. He's hungry. He'll make great signings.
He did make great signings.
There's mad storylines there, for sure.
So, like, I think Unai, will get that grace period. I don't think he'll be out right away. He's got a year, and obviously if Arsenal finish 7th,
the fan base is going to be wild.
I do agree with you on United for a couple things, for the fact that Zizou is linked with United if they get rid of Jose. That'd be great. I don't
know if we're good enough for him.
But at the same time,
I don't know if we'll be able to do it.
Here's a question for you. Let's say they go through and they don't win out on anything. Maybe, let's say they get, what's the Caribou Cup, whatever, the League Cup. Carabao Cup. I call it the Caribou, like the animal. But the Carabao Cup, the League Cup.
Okay,
let's say you. Let's say
word.
Stop rapping over there.
Let's say United get the League Cup.
Carabao.
League Cup's not enough.
If they only get that, and Jose leaves, but you got Europa, you got the Community Shield, you get that. Is that considered a success for you, for Jose on the run with United?
I think for Jose,
fell short,
I think for Jose fell short, but it's not as big a failure as it is for United. Unfortunately, like Jose can go on and take the PSG job, chill for a little bit, and then figure out his next big club he takes
Portugal.
over.
Not only that, but there'll be a reason, right? He can look directly to Ed Woodward. You didn't get me the
Exactly,
players I wanted you to
exactly.
get me. Therefore, I was not able to accomplish my goal.
It's a massive
And then,
failure
but
for
then
United.
he looks bad. He looks bad because he needs all his pieces.
So does Pep.
Pep Guardiola needs all his pieces. Different types of pieces.
Doesn't have Conte needed all his pieces?
But everybody needs. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And look what happened to him. So.
Yeah,
As
I
a
think it'll
manager,
hurt United,
everyone's
man.
going to look at Jose and his personality and try and pick holes in it, but it comes down to just simple business.
It is.
Didn't get his players, so he can't fulfill his job, his promises, to restore United. So it's not really on him.
But
Yeah,
it
I
is,
mean, part of it
because
is-
that's what
part
he
of-
does.
It's not. Hey, it's not
Yeah,
really.
only just because-
He definitely takes
only
it.
because
It's
that's
not
where the
all on
axe
him.
falls. That's the
Yeah.
only reason it's on him.
Yeah, they don't fire Woodward. They
Yeah.
fire Jose. But,
But
man,
I will. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the business of United, man. I'm tired of getting linked with Neymar, Bale, and who's the other?
Why?
It was Ronaldo.
I
Dybala.
wish. My
Because
life is.
It was
I
Ronaldo
wish
before.
we could be linked with these players.
Tom, because we know United's not in a position to draw that kind of talent.
You still flirting with the 10, though.
We're
You still went
flirting.
up to
We're
the
not
bar
getting
and
laid
hollered
no
at
more.
the 10.
We're not getting laid
There's
no
no
more.
chance, though. There's no
The
chance
difference
over
is, man, there were 3 or 4 players on this planet we shouldn't even be trying. And Ed Woodward every summer. And I think this summer we would have maybe got Gareth Bale because he was unhappy getting ready to
Yeah,
walk out.
but now he's the
Ronaldo
main
left.
guy.
So now he's
Yeah.
the main
He's
guy.
about to be the man.
So that's it. Enough linkage with Neymar. Like, obviously, Neymar wants out of PSG, but come on,
yeah.
dude.
He wants to
Neymar's
he wants
gonna
to
come
tie
and
you
play
with-
for Jose. Let's keep it real, man. Not yet.
Not yet.
No
And
way.
He
And-
knows about that defensive life.
Thank you. And that's
He
what he wants.
doesn't-
He
wants
literally
no
left
parts of that.
Barcelona because he didn't want to defend for Messi.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I don't want to do Messi's work. I'm out.
He
So,
wants
like,
no parts of that.
why are we getting linked with him? Like Ronaldo before, there's no way he was ever
Dude,
coming
tie your
back.
name to a big player. If you're a big club, you want to be associated with the best. That's all that is.
Let's
You
tie
know,
it to a
'cause
real player,
fools
though.
read it, man.
'Cause
It's just.
I'm just pissed because we get like Woodward goes out and gets after those players. You know what I mean? Sends out feelers, but like
This is why it's so captivating. I think this is why Man United is so captivating going into the season. Like
Just
there's-
propaganda.
There's the Jose Pep thing. Naturally, it's the biggest club in England. There's been the
They did it in
transfer
Spain,
sagas.
too. Yeah, the dancing and
Is
stuff.
Willian coming over? Is Martial gonna leave? What's gonna happen with that? I'm telling you, man. David De Gea. Now the center back issues. Like, are they even issues? I think they are. Some people don't. I mean, hashtag microwave fire. Hashtag
yeah.
got that small microwave fire.
Hey,
going.
one of the positives from United's season. I mean, this is a heavy United beginning. Love it, by the way.
We'll end it soon, Huss.
Yeah, right.
I see you.
I was just about to. I was
see
just
you
about
over
to
there.
switch
But
gears.
hey, this is a good point with all these friendlies and stuff. Players that come out and play, a lot of youth guys. Jose's playing youth. I mean, Tiki's boy, Andres Pereira.
so excited.
But
Dude, as soon
his
as they sign
position,
him a
dude,
number, I'm getting his jersey.
dude, he's in the first team.
Just to be transferred
He's in the
next
first
year.
team squad this year.
Fine.
This could be a big season for guys like that for United. I'm not expecting any trophies, but to see young guys like if Tabith Chong gets to play, I don't even care if we win a title. Someone, he's playing because we're not going to anyway. So you might as well see these young guys get a chance.
But
You're
that's
going. What?
crazy.
Hey,
Why?
say you know you're not going to win.
Right.
I'm not expecting, man. What can I do?
Why?
Look,
You just
said you-
look at
you
the
know you're not.
chaos in the lead up to the season. Everything he could leave in October. I don't know.
Is
You know what
Man,
I mean?
so is Man United?
It's not a guarantee we're going to win the league.
What about hope for
I
the
told
best?
you Champions League. I have faith for that. I can hold up for that bet.
Which
Maybe the
is
League
nuts,
Cup.
yeah.
League Cup's nothing. FA Cup.
You
Yeah,
can go on a run.
We could
Won
win, we
FA
could
Cup
win League
before.
Cup, FA Cup, but that's nothing.
That's
we
crazy
need
to me that because you have the resources, and I know things haven't happened.
But
in
look
terms
at
of
Liverpool.
transfer market,
We have the resources, but again, the buck stops with Ed Woodward. I don't think he's respected in the footballing world
No,
enough to
he's
sit with
American.
those huge agents and make the signing. Like, it comes down to
Gotta
just business and
upgrade that.
reputation.
Look at Liverpool's
We need
business.
a sporting director. United's never had a sporting director in their entire history. Obviously, Ed Woodward, not Ed
David
Woodward.
Gill.
David Gill was
the legend.
was a board kind of guy. He wasn't a sporting director.
He was
but
smooth.
they're talking about now the shouts are like, look, Ed Woodward has put in all his time. When he first started, he was splitting time between running the corporation of the Man United as well as going out to recruit.
What's
I
your
think 2 or
priority?
3 years ago, it's been make signings his priority. And other than Pogba, a guy who grew up at the club anyway, knows all the backroom staff, knows the security guards, the cooks in the cafeteria, got him back. So you can call that his one major signing. But
Yeah.
in general, we haven't had major signings. When David Moyes came in, he should have been gifted weapons.
Dude,
He was set up to
after
fail. He
Fergie
only
left,
signed
you guys
Fellaini.
spent a lot though. That's the thing. though.
Not
You
that
guys-
summer. We
No,
signed
well,
Fellaini.
that's-
From
that even
like
goes more to
2014,
You got
15 to
Martial.
now.
You got
Yeah.
you got
You
Memphis
guys have
Depay.
spent a
And
lot.
that even
because
goes to
it-
show.
it-
That even goes
it
to
was
show.
desperate.
Again, it's Ed Woodward. Like, that's the key, man. Like, we're making all these signings that
But why can't you
aren't-
get Jose the guys he wants?
Because
It's
the
him.
agents don't respect Ed Woodward to sign with the
Or
club.
That's
is
one,
it
that's
the-
one
or
factor.
is
You know,
it the
behind
club
that
clout?
is what?
Club clout is starting to deteriorate.
That too, 100%,
Clout.
absolutely.
Klopp's Kraut.
We haven't won in a
Klopp's
while.
Club Clout. Say that 3
But
times
that's why I
fast.
think Jose's
Klopp's
a-
Club.
You can't say it
Clout.
once.
See, Spurs to me is the opposite. Where they haven't even purchased anyone. Vincent Janssen, back from loan reportedly. So I mean, for me, I look at a team like that. I'd see Spurs.
That's
taking
another
a step
mistake.
back.
Daniel Levy, usually pretty good with the signings, letting him down this year. You
Simple-
got to bring in
simple thing,
somebody.
man.
I know the stadium. We talked
That's
about
it.
it. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Daniel Levy's always been business,
You
bro.
take
He's
out a
never
loan.
been-
You take out a loan, bro.
It's never been business.
You go sell that car or something. You
When they had
finance a
Bale and
transfer.
Modric popping.
To them,
They got rid of
keeping
both of
players,
them.
but keeping players was like signing players.
This was it.
That's what it is.
Great point, man. Keeping a guy like Harry Kane, Dele Alli, Eriksson, who was linked with Barcelona and Real Madrid.
I still don't buy that shit because Arsenal did it, and we only signed Petr
It's different
Cech.
manager. Different
and
manager.
I get that.
Absolutely.
I get that.
This
but
manager's hungry, like we were saying before the show started.
Ooh.
If Pochettino manages to finish top 4, not signing anyone, the
But-
Real Madrid job is his if he wants it. Barcelona,
Potentially.
obviously, with Espanyol, he won't go to Barcelona. He said that. But a Bayern Munich job could be it. Because now it proves, dude, he's been top 4, for the last 2 or 3 years, finished top of the London clubs for the
why
first
is he
time
making
in
it so
forever.
difficult for himself?
It's
Because I look
not
at
him. He
I look
literally
at-
came out to the news and said a lot of media and fans are asking about signings. Don't ask me about that.
I don't have the checkbook.
He didn't say go ask Levy. He said don't ask me because
Man,
he
y'all couldn't
wants
have made
signs.
like free transfers like Bosman guys in January at least. You couldn't have
Dude.
looked at that option because I'm looking at I look at Man City and they added Riyad
Tom,
Mahrez.
Let's not
Agree
forget
with you.
Alexis
Saying it's the-
Sanchez.
Even though they're
Alexis
champions.
Sanchez went to United and did nothing. So yes, Ed Woodward did his job. He got rid of Mkhitaryan, which was also a good signing for the price. Brought in Alexis Sanchez. What Jose do with Alexis Sanchez? He's withering
Watch-
away on the field.
Watch Alexis
Withering
Sanchez
away.
this
But
year.
he did it
Dude,
mid-season.
you can't judge
I'm
him
gonna
on
remember
That's
four
a
it.
months.
mid-season switch, Huss.
Episode 259, start of the season, when Sanchez is out there getting his 20 goals this year, and I think he's getting 20.
20?
Fair enough.
Okay.
You don't. you
Wait,
don't have
20
to-
just league?
No, overall.
Oh, that's
All comps.
that's nothing.
All right,
For
Okay,
well,
I
all-
think you go 15 league. 15 league.
that's a good
I
amount.
mean that's for
That's a good
Alexis.
year. That's a good
That's
year.
pretty good. Well, Alexis Sanchez for Arsenal was getting what 20 for
Yeah,
league,
but
also-
just
he was-
league.
he was the
older
man.
and he's peaking,
Lukaku's
yeah.
the man. He's the in
Lukaku,
terms of like the
Pogba's
focal
there.
point of the
Yeah,
attack.
yeah, yeah.
Lukaku's the focal point.
Guys, I just had a vision. I have a prophecy. All right, this is a predictions episode.
What are
Is
you
it
looking at?
not?
Looking at
I got,
underpants?
It
I
is.
got my biggest prediction of 2018, 2019. All right.
Oh, bold right here. Bold prediction.
At some point, it's United based. All right. Jose is not going to last the full season.
Oh, I love it, Al.
All right.
I disagree. Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying, hey, I'm not agreeing with it. It's just a prophecy. It came to me.
Yeah.
I didn't go looking for it.
What happened, man?
All right. I didn't go looking for
Was
it.
it like stigmata or something?
You know, the Da Vinci Code?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Nick Cage gonna take over the team.
Anyway, so Jose leaves either early fall, could be whenever, but who's going to take his spot? Who's going to fill his boots?
Giggsy.
Wait, there it is.
Switch
There
over.
it is.
Giggsy's just gonna
Ryan
switch
Giggs sitting on the sofa, nothing to do.
I was hoping Sir Alex was
I
gonna
say
come
that-
back.
I say it because, dude, United have a great team. Like, Jose's not the right manager for it with all this youth and, like, he wants proven winners, proven killers, assassins, mercenaries.
He
That-
has
that-
them for the most
I
part.
disagree. You
No,
have a great
hold on,
team. I
but
think you have a
too,
good team.
Too much youth, but dude, someone like Giggs,
Above
somebody
average,
like
definitely.
Giggs who plays youth, who's part of the club, knows the history, knows it better than anybody.
Wow.
That guy gets his hands on this team with all this talent, all this potential. Guys like Martial sticking around. I think it'd be the best thing for the club. Even though I love
that.
Jose, I want him to win the titles. I don't want that to happen. But if it does, it's almost like meant to be.
That's a bold prediction.
If he comes back, if he can come back to this team and achieve something through Jose getting fired, I don't know.
On paper, I feel like Man United has easily top 10 in the world for squad wise.
Oh, easily, yeah.
But I mean, realistically,
Does that make him a great team?
They're not going to.
they could
where
even
are they gonna
be
finish in
higher
that
than that.
team?
They could even be like top 7
Hussey,
on paper.
in that 10 league.
It's whether what Jose can do with them. That's the big thing.
I think there's still some
whether he
crucial
can
pieces
because when
missing.
you look at Jose's eyes and his face, his mannerisms, he is pretty much spent. I don't know. He could be playing all of us right now. He could be putting all the blame on Woodward
he just
to
looks
protect himself.
frustrated. He
but
does. His
but he
body
looks
language.
defeated before the season even starts.
I know.
What if United starts off with an 0-2, 0-3 start?
It's gonna be
It's
ugly.
going to. I don't even know Jose would finish August if they finish 0-3.
And Man U's playing Leicester, right?
Oh,
First first game
September
of the season. That's a dangerous type of team right there. I mean, they have experience in that team. They have confidence. Jamie Vardy,
Johnny Evans.
you know what I mean?
No more Mahrez.
Yeah, no more Mahrez.
So
but
you shout out Vardy.
still
That's
got,
about it.
It's a
Okazaki.
threatening
ooh,
team,
It's
but
just
it's a
for a
very
first
different
game.
team.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got that kind of game because you can't sleep.
They're
You
type
can't
of-
be playing Wolves, taking a nap,
no,
starting
Wolves,
off slow.
first game of their
this game
season-
is the type where you don't have to motivate the players. They know who Leicester
like
is.
there's a big chance that it's not a clean sheet for the hair, right? Like
No, I disagree. I think they'll be so wide awake. Like, we're not sleeping on Leicester versus, like, if we're playing Wolves, we don't know half these players. There, I think a quick one might slip through because Wolves is like, we're back in the league. We're playing Man
super
United.
amped up.
So I'm saying this game is a good test to where you're not opening up versus City or, like, it's
Yeah.
not this major
I just
press.
think the quality of Leicester because I
think
get you with the
quality
surprise.
dropped.
With the
defense
factor.
got better with signing Evans.
Yeah.
And they got Maguire. It looks like they're going to keep him. They got Schmeichel as well, who's
Sounds
peaking.
like you got the hair on your fantasy team.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
No, I got
All right.
Ederson's schedule.
All right. Yeah.
So-
Ederson's schedule. After
yeah.
Arsenal, everything else is easy. So like,
Jose always rumbles about the schedule or something. Last year was the schedule. This year, they have a pretty good 5 or 6 game. Actually, no, like 10 games starting out because they got Leicester, Brighton, Spurs, Burnley, Watford, Wolves, West Ham, Newcastle. But
very healthy
but
opening.
hopefully, for United's sake, that they can get going and get some momentum behind them. Because if they don't, problems. But let's say they are kind of not the best, but not the worst at the moment. They get into mid-October. You got Chelsea, Everton, Bournemouth, City, Palace, Southampton, Arsenal, Fulham, Liverpool.
Just laid out the whole schedule.
But right there,
It's because the EPL started
October
again.
20th, October 20th, to
Fantasy guy
December 15th.
looking at Christmas.
So you're
Yo,
looking,
Huss
look,
is in the
Bournemouth will
future
probably,
right now.
but these are all teams that will either be
to the
losses
future.
or
Let's
tough
talk about
draws.
October. Yeah, man. But I think the opening.
No, that's true.
If they're
That's
not,
real.
no,
if they're
it's
not
100%.
cohesive as a
Yeah,
unit.
but I
that's
think-
real. That's real, dude.
I think because of that level of competition,
Fuck you
the
all.
players, the players are forced to wake up.
Just slamming him down.
I think Jose, there's a bit of gamesmanship here. The focus is all on him. You notice we're not talking about any other player's form. We're talking about lack of signings and Jose.
You notice we tried talking about Spurs and Liverpool and Arsenal and City. It just circled back to United.
And real
Jose,
quick,
man.
no,
real
I'm
quick.
talking about Poch going off to a different
It just,
la la
I'm,
land.
Real
telling you,
quick,
this is the most
to say that-
captivating story. I
To
think,
say that
coming in.
Alexi Sanchez is going to have 16 goals in the league. He had 9 last year. He probably I don't have it in front of me. Probably like 6 with Arsenal, 3 with United. But then he went 24 goals, 13 goals, 16 goals. Say 16.
15.
I would say
15 and
I would
12,
say
think
I would
that's
say
good.
16 is for him. I think 19. That's the mark right
Dude.
there. You have to get above 19 for me to
Not
say
at it.
you had a good.
For me, the
Good
reason,
season.
fair enough. The reason I chose 16 was because we want to see the old Alexis Sanchez back, and that's plenty for this club because you got Lukaku as well.
You
on
only
one
need
side.
10.
That's
Just
not
get-
top 6 Alexi Sanchez though.
Dude, just
No,
do your
that's
job.
fine.
For me,
That's fine. But
15
for
and
10
Man
goals, 10
United,
assists,
15
and with good play on the field, I'm fine with those numbers.
Absolutely, dude.
10 and
Getting
10.
15 goals from your left side of your field,
Yeah.
Lukaku should be able to get his 25, 30 in the league.
If he has 19, that's a superb season.
yeah, that's
No, I
like
wouldn't say superb. I would say that's the guy because that's a guy that can get you over a Man City
But
hump.
he's also
And if he does that, then they'd probably win, which would translate. That's why I think it would be a superb season, especially taking into consideration Lukaku
Because-
might have his 20.
because
they won the
if you,
season because he got 19. It's a
no,
superb
no,
season.
well,
like
not
I'm
even
saying.
just win the
It's not a
league, but I'm saying
solid
is
season
that
from him.
if Alexis Sanchez can get 19, that means more pressure is going from the defense is going to go more to the left, which will open up the right side and Lukaku. And then also, if those three are front run, we saw Liverpool with their front three. They allowed the midfield to do pretty much whatever they wanted. That means Pogba can slip in and do his business.
We sleep on that Liverpool midfield because we often focus on that front three, but the amount of work that those guys put in the heart of the defense and Jordan Henderson's ability
Not
to
all of
read
us-
the game
Thank you.
and
Close down
plug
gaps.
the holes
Yeah.
at the right time.
Not-
That to me is the key to that.
Not
that
everyone
attack.
sleeps on Liverpool mid, dude. Hendo's my dude. That for
Look.
Liverpool, I've said again and again. I
Guy's a
don't
And
think
that's,
bum.
it's
that's
worth
Man
it.
United's weakness. So
That guy's a fucking bum.
That's not our
Yes.
weakness. Our weakness,
no, it's
was
Fred.
getting
Fred better
offense.
step up.
yeah, our
The
weakness.
work rate, the energy in there. It's
We
slow.
always had it,
It's
man.
so slow.
Look, the energy going forward, we didn't have it.
That's what I'm talking
Defensively,
about. That's what I mean.
yeah, okay.
So there-
offensively, that's why we brought in Fred, a guy who can play center mid, but we
And
know he's
transition
more
now.
about. Now that opens up Pogba,
But,
Matic doesn't have to
Andreas
pick it up as
Pereira
much.
might start the
Herrera-
season with either Herrera. Matic is out.
Matic is
Pogba's
out, so
probably
it'll
out.
be-
Who was a youth
So I think
he's a
Andreas
Liverpool
Pereira-
fan growing up.
It'll
by
be
the way.
Herrera, and Herrera.
And Fred,
Yeah,
potentially.
Fred.
Herrera.
But
It's the
Andres,
game.
dude, you watch Andres Pereira play, man. This guy, he's gonna be exciting this season, dude.
Dude,
Like,
This is the Man U hype show right
he
here.
identifies-
This is the
he-
Man
oh,
U
oh,
hype
oh,
show.
oh,
You know,
They're not gonna win,
do you
but they're getting
remember
hyped.
You know who had this much hype from Tiki?
Who?
Herrera.
Oh,
Midfield.
He
Who
did.
did?
Herrera.
this is his
Did
year.
something like that.
This is
Deja vu
I got
going
a
on.
Herrera jersey. Getting a Pereira jersey. Go ahead, Al. I cut you off.
This
really.
guy identifies with the number 6 more than anything. I want to be the number 6. He plays almost as a winger when he was in Spain.
Yeah, that's
with
weird.
Valencia and Getafe, I think. He plays attacking, but he's got moves on the ball. He can whip across in, plays simple, plays quick. He plays like Juan Mata, but Juan Mata is the slowest man on the pitch.
You know, he's like.
He's got no quickness. He's slow. Where Pereira can dribble, he can run at you, but he's also in that number 6.
He's
hole,
a mix between
evading
Mata and
def-
Lingard.
Nah, he's a poor man's Phil Foden. That's what he is.
Oh my God,
He's a poor man.
Hey,
Phil Foden is
Phil
scary.
Foden could be true.
His
Phil
skin looks
Foden is
special.
scary.
He's
Could be
young.
the
He
truth.
reminds me of Jack Wilshere with like an extra turn of pace.
That's why he's not Jack.
And less injuries. A lot
Come
less
on, man.
injuries.
Jack
don't
didn't
know
start
yet.
out injured.
You know.
Jack,
What? Oh yeah.
Jack was injured when he came out of the womb.
Nah,
Probably hurt his umbilical cord.
You're onto something, dude.
He was smoking out the womb. But
Oh my God, his mother
He could
actually
play.
twisted her ankle going into the bed.
That's so
That's
sad.
where it all
Hey,
happened.
West Ham. We'll see what he does for them, man.
I'll tell you what. Nothing. For them to buy him. Okay, come on, dude.
Come on, West
That's-
Ham. Don't even act. Are you playing out
Thank
West
you.
Ham right now?
No. I like West
Are you
Ham, but,
playing out
but
West Ham?
I'm playing out the Jack Wilshere signing. I know he's on a free, so it actually was okay. But come on, let's not expect too
fantastic
much.
signing for
No.
West Ham.
It's a good signing for them, but it's
Very
like don't
low
expect
risk.
him to do too
Low
much.
risk, high reward.
You know, speaking of free,
Well, that's the big thing.
Speaking of free stuff,
I guess
you know,
medium risk because the wage.
this episode of the Podcast FC show is brought to you by Mack Weldon. Put simply, Mack Weldon is better than whatever you are currently wearing. Mack Weldon is a premium men's essentials brand that believes in smart design and premium fabrics that they themselves have engineered from scratch with their bare hands. Okay, Huss? The company was founded to eliminate the roulette-style gamble of quality and comfort when it came to splashing cash on essential items like socks and underwear. We all need them. We all wear them today, some of us in sandals. So the mission over there at Mack Weldon is to make sure all your basics and beyond are smartly designed for shopping, and shopping for them is easy. No one likes going to the department stores. Everything's online these days. So if you want an online provider, this is the place for you. I was on their website checking out some gear, and it was very easy to navigate. Drop-down menu in top left corner. All different styles of polos, sweatshirts, sweatpants, undershirts, underwear, socks, of course. Order some underwear because it's supposed to be the best. I'm curious. You know, I'll never buy one by itself for that money, but hey, for Mack Weldon I would. You know.
It's real comfortable, real nice.
Yeah. In the mail, going to be here soon. Can't wait to
Breathable.
wear them. I'll come back with a review for them. Now, what'd you get, Huss?
So if we're really going to get to it,
Tiki, what'd you get?
I get the sweat bottoms,
Quick.
and then I also get the sweatshirt. They're really nice. But I was really looking at their backpack. Man, their backpack. Look, when I looked at the photos, they had like a little satchel kind of thing, but then they also have the backpack option. That looks dope, man. That looks like a carry-on type of thing. If you're a traveling person, definitely look at this because there's so many different things you can go at it. I love the color. It's almost like a charcoal gray. Man, I almost got it.
man.
Woo! I like this
Fire.
one.
Quality stuff.
Yeah,
Dude, I
man.
got the undershirt. I'm an undershirt dude. I tend to wear undershirts.
Well, you're a wife
top,
beater guy.
Like that's. I'm also a wife beater guy indoors. You know what I mean? Gotta keep a reputation. No, but they're undershirts, man. I'm an undershirt guy. I bought them from all over the place. It's gone, high end as well.
Itchy cotton.
I'm telling you, man, there's nothing that feels better than a high-end undershirt.
High quality.
Well,
Well, when it
With
fits
cotton.
you, it feels nice because it actually fits you on the shoulders. That's a big thing that
Yep.
people don't know. It has to actually be at your shoulder right there. And then when it actually hugs your body, oh, man.
No.
I like that.
Gives you
Well,
a warm feeling
You know,
inside.
it does. I like it.
Adding to that, they even have a line of silver underwear and shirts that are antimicrobial. So for those of you not with a dictionary in your hand, that means it's odor eliminator. It eliminates odors. So
Get rid of that
don't
stank.
need to wash it. You can get 2-3 wears out of it.
Oh,
A lot of college kids listening, hopefully,
Savages.
So not only does Mack Weldon gear look good and feel comfortable, but it's great for going to work, working out in, or also taking your lady friend out for a date, or your guy friend, And the best part is that if you don't like your first pair, you can keep them, and they'll still give you a refund. No questions asked. Here you go. Here's your money back. On your way. So, for the finest and most comfortable men's essentials gear, and for 20% off your first order, visit mackweldon.com and enter our promo code FC at checkout. That's mackweldon.com, mackweldon.com, promo code FC. Visit them on social media, Instagram.com/MackWeldon, Facebook.com/MackWeldon, same thing with Twitter /MackWeldon. Good stuff.
Check out their socks. The socks look good too.
That's the tagline. Check out them socks.
Man, all right, guys, moving into it. I mean, do you want to
Well,
just
sure.
transition
So real
into
quick,
predictions?
this is why we always talk about how we love the EPL, and so some people think that La Liga is better skilled, or
It is more technical.
It is better
and
skills.
Italy having better like formations and tactics and all that.
defensively organized,
But
yeah.
with the EPL, we see storylines between every single top team. Even
'cause they all
even the smaller teams. We're seeing players like Schürrle going to Fulham. Come on now.
Richarlison
And
to
then we
Everton.
see Tottenham, they're doing nothing. How are they going to respond? Arsenal, big change. Let's see how they do. Liverpool, they just bought all these players. Let's see if they can claw their way back to the top. City, can they hold on by only doing a couple of signings? United, they're steady right now. Can they hold on to their position, or are they going to sink to what Liverpool did? And then all those other teams. Chelsea. I forgot about Chelsea.
New
So
manager.
didn't Ramen.
Ramen?
Ramen. It's all the same.
Ramovich.
Put him in the microwave. He'll be cooked in a few minutes. So anyways, the thing is, every single team has a storyline. That's where I think other leagues
They're lacking.
they're lacking. They're definitely different from the EPL in that.
And they're worse in quality overall.
As a league.
That's the
Okay.
big storyline. As a league, yeah.
Not in La Liga.
Dude, the bottom 10 in England are shit. You had Palace bottom a whole year, finishing 11th. How did those other teams let Palace catch them? It's embarrassing.
It's a battle. I think it's
It's a battle, but
it's the most difficult.
A lot of ground gets lost in the
Grueling.
grueling, you know, on the gridiron, you know.
That is.
You know,
and there's the
it's,
most money in it, so
But you go to it has a lot to do with you buying players. Maybe these guys will work. Maybe those guys will work. Always buying. I think in Spain the amount of foreign players is like 38% overall. 38% foreign players. England was like 66% foreign players.
Dude, the whole Belgian starting team except Witsel.
Yeah, EPL.
EPL. All of them. All of So the third place team in the world, all their players were in EPL. And you look at Portugal knocked out, tends to have a bunch of La Liga. Mexico, Spain themselves knocked out early.
and the concern was that the EPL was letting in so many like immigrant
And it hurts
players that
England.
was drowning out England. But then you look at how England performed this World Cup, and then you kind of question: is it actually pushing the youngsters to raise their game?
I think now it is.
That's it
Now,
too.
now it's
That's
different
it
from
too.
when it was when the money first hit the EPL. I mean, not
Yeah.
92, but like honestly, like 05. The Roman Abramovich era, what became apparent, you could just buy whoever you wanted, buy a club, do what you want with it. That changed the game, and then you get the Sheiks coming in, Man City, changing the game. I think everyone's evolving to that world now.
Yeah.
But
We're in a new world, so
For
these
sure,
these
man.
young guys just have to ball out, and Phil Foden's got to take every chance he can get.
I still think it's hurting England's development because a guy like Rashford spent the year. No, he came off the bench a
How's
lot.
his World Cup? Didn't even play.
Nothing.
Better off staying at home.
Vardy
Vardy playing
starting
over
team,
him?
But like Vardy's starting on his team, so I get why they gave him the reps.
Yeah,
Kane. It's basically
experience.
Tottenham feeding, and then every other young guy. Look at Loftus-Cheek. He didn't make the Chelsea squad
Played a lot of
today
World Cup though.
for Community Shield. I know, but
Oh, yeah.
he played midweek. Wasn't even listed today.
Go back to Palace,
so
mate.
There's news about him going to Palace. So when guys like what's his name, Asensio and Isco are developing at Real Madrid, learning
Yeah.
their trade, guys like Loftus-Cheek who are going to compete with those guys are going to Crystal Palace, and it's not a shot at Palace, but they should be learning in these big theaters.
Next
And
to
that's
Ramos,
where-
Marcelo,
next to
Varane.
high quality
with
players.
great
I think
coaching.
this is where it hurts.
There is
Yeah.
a
England.
drop off because you
This
look
is
at
where it
like
hurts
the
England.
older generation, the guys who were able to come through. Obviously, Rio, Ashley
There was
Cole.
less
and
money though.
They're legends.
But what did they
still
achieve on the
playing.
national stage?
And that was a
Nothing,
golden
you know?
era too, and they
But they
didn't
were
achieve
legends.
anything.
This
That was a
team got
golden
further
era.
than any of those teams ever did, making the
Exactly.
semifinal. You know.
So that's
Exactly.
what I'm saying. Maybe it's an actual
But
shift,
hold on,
and they're
but look at-
forcing out diamonds
But look at this
from a younger age.
But look at this World Cup. This World Cup was a freak World Cup. A lot of teams didn't make it, knocked out early.
Germany,
Big teams that should have
Spain.
been there.
You get your
England
credit.
England had the easiest run to the semifinal,
Agreed.
to the final.
Agreed.
Even France had an easy walk through.
But you
know,
give
France ran
them
into
their
Belgium,
credit.
though.
France played Belgium and beat them convincingly in the end. You know, through their different style of defense. But I mean, other than that, they got to the final cakewalk. Like they walked through the whole World Cup.
Yeah, man.
That's a fact. It was a
So,
Belgium
so,
had a
so
hard
England's,
road, yeah.
we can't overhype Harry Maguire too much, even though I will. You know what I mean? But we can't overhype anyone in that England
And
squad.
Kane didn't score after the group stage.
Dude,
Like,
he went off his heel. Take that. He had 5.
England
Four
overachieved,
penalties.
man. I don't think it was based on their abilities.
Overachieved.
Overachieved.
In a good
sorry.
way, though. It's good for him.
Yeah,
It's
it's
positive.
good for him. But I think
still,
again,
They
they
achieved.
would have achieved more had these players been learning from, the.
I disagree because we've seen that before. We've seen that story before.
But
I think this actually may be the way because you're creating diamonds from a younger age. I think a guy like Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling, Dele Alli, even a guy like Lingard, you have to be mentally tough to fight to gain a spot from Sergio Aguero, to gain a spot from Romelu Lukaku. So
Well, you're learning from them. You're training
you
with
are.
them.
So I think this is just the early process where we're seeing and. Give Gareth Southgate credit. He changed how the 3 Lions youth system works and how he
hold
wants
on,
to
you
adapt
said
it.
give Gareth Southgate credit.
100%.
The guy who played Jordan Henderson against Luka Modric and even Rakitic
Look what
in
he
the
did
same
with
game.
the
Jordan Henderson is
U21s.
making-
Look what England's been
making
doing.
it- make the adjustment, man.
International
Finished fourth
tournament.
in
That
the world.
killed. They could have made the final.
Since
but
Gareth Southgate
him
took
taking
over
one misstep,
the English youth, look what they've done in terms of World Cups.
Raheem Sterling. I don't know why.
Like- wasn't the problem in that game, by the way.
Like Tite with.
There's
with,
more
with,
cut-
with
there's more coming.
what's his face, man?
Dude.
With what's his name?
Adam
But
Lookman,
those
there's
are-
more coming out.
Brazil's
He
forward
did with Jesus.
with Jesus over Firmino. Same thing with Rashford on the bench. Even Vardy. Oh,
But dude, that's growing pains. He's a young manager. He should have veered
nice.
away from Sterling earlier. He should have played Rashford more. Blah, blah. But like, what he's doing, what his actual
It was
project,
very arrogant to play that. Everyone said,
I don't
"Oh,
think it was. I think it
Croatia,
was just him
England didn't take
trusting-
Croatia seriously in the lead up to that game."
I think
and
it
then
was-
Southgate didn't take Modric or Rakitic seriously.
I think it was him saying, "If it ain't
Play our
broke, why
game.
fix
Let's play
it?"
our
No,
game.
if it ain't broke, why fix it? Sterling started the whole way, and they still finished third in the world, dude.
I
So
know.
like, he
Fourth.
wasn't that far off. He was one game off, and it was a PK shootout against a team that has driven everyone to a PK shootout. So it's not like England was this outlier. It's
Look, Gareth Southgate's not
is
perfect,
real, bro.
Extra
but
extra time.
He moved
Extra
some
time,
shit.
sorry.
He
Extra
shifted
time.
some things, Gareth Southgate.
No, I'll give him credit.
He's not perfect.
He's gone further than any manager
Yeah.
since what, like the 90s?
And I can't
Look at his route.
really agree saying that England is actually getting hurt by that because we just talked about how the top tier England players, they're playing with and against top tier talent week in, week out. We all know that England is by far the richest league because the team that gets relegated gets more money than a 5th place team, let's say in Italy, pretty much. And with that all being said, I mean, just, like who talks about these players or these programs, these nations being hurt? It's usually the upper guys. These are the guys that own the clubs or the guys, the directors who have charge of the money. I think it's almost like not a conspiracy theory, but it's almost like their way of saying like trying to keep the market down almost because the less they spend on players, the more money they can keep in their pocket.
I think it's statistical. You look at Germany, right? When a young talent comes through in Germany, they just did it with what's his name from Schalke.
Max
Max
Meyer.
No, not Meyer. The other guy,
Goretzka.
Goretzka. They just picked him up. Where do they send him? Bayern. So we
Bayern.
know the factory.
Thomas
is-
Mueller.
The factory of Germany is Bayern Munich. You
Factory
go
of
to Italy.
Spain is-
You go to Italy. The
My bad.
factory
Steal your thunder.
is Juventus.
My bad, bro.
Juventus, and at a point it was AC Milan and Inter Milan. So they had 2 factories at a time, or 1. You go to La Liga, Barcelona, Real Madrid, 2 factories.
Starting to be Atletico now.
Atletico
Starting to be
yeah.
Atletico, they'll make noise.
You know
but
what?
who's
Griezmann was a big factor, not accepting the
enough.
Barca thing, who kind of helped that.
But who is the factory in England? It was Man United
used,
before.
For a long time, it was United.
But that was
Spurs were always there too.
Phases.
But since
And then
now,
it was
since
Arsenal,
now, it's
United at a
Spurs.
point.
Right now,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Spurs.
Yeah, right now it's
And
Spurs.
where did Spurs finish in the league? 3rd, but like, do we see
Man
them
City,
as
Man
the
City
club?
also.
It should be Man City.
They're starting. Raheem Sterling, John Stones, Fabian Delph.
There's guys there.
It's 2, but it's 2 clubs. What I'm saying
Where's
is, you go to
Foden's
Bayern.
English, isn't he?
I don't know.
He is.
Phil Foden.
Yep,
Look,
he is.
Fair enough,
They're-
but
they're-
look, you look at their starters. It's De Bruyne's the hero. Their forwards are non-English, so you can say yes. Obviously, there are players from here and there, but that's not the factory. The factory in England right now is Tottenham.
Spurs.
It has to be more top clubs, man.
You know, it's
and
weird.
it'll always hurt the
Yeah,
league.
it will.
It's-
It will
it's weird
happen,
because
but go ahead.
They're like United were a big proponent of the English national team because Fergie.
And those
I mean,
guys
it was
were learning.
strictly
That was the
because,
factory
even
for
with
England.
Fergie's fledglings, you had everyone but Giggs who was English. That's 5 guys. and
That
then
was the
and then
factory.
other
There's no
guys he's
factory.
bleeding through little by little over the years, constantly. The entire team was half the team. But you can't do that in this era. And you need a guy like Fergie who's gonna fuck. I'm not signing anybody. Fuck him. Like Pochettino, except Pochettino doesn't have the clout or the experience to keep winning without buying anybody in the whole transfer window. You used to be able to do that back then.
So with Bayern, you say they're a factory. AC Milan, Inter Milan, they're factories. But that's a different era. This is like the first time we've ever seen a league be able to buy any single player they
100%
perfectly
agree.
want.
These aren't factories.
And
these are
then when it comes down
corporations.
to it as well, who's the most important player for Germany maybe 4 years ago? I could truly see Tony Cruz.
Not 4 years ago.
No, but okay.
Maybe
Who's
you
a
could-
player? Who's a player that we say that if he made the team, there's a good chance to get out of the group stage? Sane. Where does he play?
Oh yeah, Man City.
Man City.
But-
So I'm saying,
But these are your outliers. Like, these are guys, either way.
I'm
just
saying
read that
more
book.
outliers are being created because
don't-
pressure creates diamonds. Now
I
we can
think a
look
guy
back
like-
and we can look at like the golden generation of Beckham, Scholes,
No,
Lampard.
but you guys are looking at that starting 11. You look at guys like Ademola Lookman coming through. He goes to
What about
Germany,
Brazil?
Scores, but
what
like
about
he's
Brazil?
playing-
No one stays in Brazil, and
No, but that's a different method. Like, European teams don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, so like you look at Germany, we can say all the money's there, but still they are developing their own talent.
Yeah,
I'm saying
they're doing it.
England
Yeah, they're doing
is
it.
lucky now to have guys like, like Rashford and all them coming through. But Rashford is a guy who could be, Tom, you say it all the time, he could be 2-3 steps ahead.
Mbappe.
But
He could
because
be
he doesn't
Mbappe,
play.
not-
doesn't
level.
play. That's why
But that's what I'm
Mbappe's been
saying.
playing since he
That's
came in.
But that's what I'm saying. Mbappe goes to freaking Monaco, a club that will always play him. Then he gets signed by PSG, France's factory, attempted factory.
Yep.
Like, what I'm saying is a guy like Rashford, yeah, of course they went further, but a guy like Rashford should have been coming in easy, hands down, before Vardy.
Yeah, if he-
100%.
yeah.
But because of the factory, or the lack of factory, because United can go by Fred.
Yeah, he
can
suffers
go by-
because of that.
I
So
think
I'm
that was
saying
suffers because
less.
That's my argument.
I'm not sure if it
England
was-
will always suffer.
Yeah,
I
he
think that was
suffers
more
because of that.
less.
I see that.
I think that was less of the factory method, more of the Jose factor. Because
But
if you
that's
had,
also
It applies-
kills the
it-
factory.
It applies
That
to,
kills
it
the
applies to
factory.
more than Jose though, Huss, right?
But it's Jose. It's the manager's dedication to sticking with homegrown players. And Fergie had it. He was the factory. You go to Germany, it's not the manager, it's the club.
Yes, the
It's
presidents.
the presidents being
cultural.
like,
Yes,
it benefits
cultural.
us to get Germany. You go to Italy, it's the same, man. The top
cultural.
Italians are playing, on 2 or 3 clubs. And right now it happens to be not all Juventus, but a majority of them
There's
come
just
But
too
in
much
England-
parity.
There's
in
a,
EPL.
there's a blend.
Yeah.
England
you can
is
still
different,
get a
though.
blend. You can sign Vinicius, Neymar, and all them, but still develop Sergio Ramos and all these
but
dudes.
England is different. Look at Liverpool. Klopp came in, changed the culture. Look at Pep, changed the culture.
That's what I'm saying, Huss.
But the
Jose changed the culture.
That's exactly what I'm
like
saying.
all
It-
these
it
companies.
kills the factory.
The league is
It
more
kills the
relaxed
factory.
on
No, it
immigrants
doesn't,
coming
because
over and playing. That's why
Liverpool
the money's
built the
really
factory.
made.
It kills
Pep
the
is building a
England-
factory.
No, England factory. We're talking national team factories, not club factories. Yeah, club factories, you get a good manager,
With Ma-
make the
Well,
right
well, no,
signings.
with
Man City's
Poch and Klopp, I mean, these guys are helping out England with the way that they're
Here
trying
and there,
to
but
bring
they're
up
not-
those
the,
youth
the guys
players.
the guys they're signing.
All
are
he's
not
saying is like
English
one
team.
dude
Yeah.
could be cracked out, right? Like let's look at a dude like Timo Werner. Like he's gonna play on RB Leipzig. He's gonna
At
start
some
every
point,
game.
we know.
We know there's gonna be a transition where he goes to Bayern,
And
and
maybe
he'll
Dortmund here and there.
Oh,
he'll
cool.
start
That's why
at
no one
Bayern.
watches Bundesliga because they know Bayern is
But
going
that's
to win
why
that league.
That's what I
Germany. That's
agree
why
with you.
Germany's
Yeah,
national
yeah, no,
team is
yeah.
more consistent too.
but it's
because
all
you have to
because
pick
they
the,
churn 'em
the
out.
media rights, so you'll get the best players in your league. Therefore, your league's more valuable.
Alright, let's
Or
not
you
go
got to
to-
Yeah,
choose your
but
national
it
team.
definitely
agree.
is. Look, I totally agree with you all that. It's a tough decision for those top league officials
Do you
to
go
say,
for the money
do we go
or
for the
your
money?
national team?
And I say money all day, every day, for the fact that it helps you, it helps your family. At the end of the day, what does the national team give you? Nothing. You're giving the national team
That's your
things.
job. You
They
know what I
actually
mean?
do pay.
Yeah,
you.
that's
Well, I know, but not as much of those media rights.
That-
Not as much of those media
No, I
rights.
get it. I get
not
it.
with, not with
It's supposed to
every
be.
team taking in 100
You do
mil.
a powered commercial during the international tournament. That's where you make your money. Throw on a different shirt.
Go ahead,
Dude,
Tom.
no, just a couple of transfer nuggets here. I mean,
Yeah, we gotta get in predictions soon.
yeah, you want to do predict? I mean, Yerry Mina
Yeah, let's
again.
go.
I mean, I just see some nuggets here, man. Man United getting thirsty, getting real thirsty out here.
Yeah, they've been linked with Mina for a while.
That wasn't a very high
Toby-
price, by the way, for him.
No,
What was it,
because
40
Barcelona
euros?
wants to
They
cut
So it
kinda
would be
have
like
to sell him.
35, 36
They gotta
pounds.
get rid of
That's
him.
not
cut
bad.
their losses, yeah.
I'm surprised
Who
Liverpool
knows?
doesn't go for him then.
But who knows? The thing is, he's got stank on him.
Or Tottenham.
Stank.
No, he's got stank on him.
It's a little hurt, isn't it?
Barcelona signed him in January, and he had nightmare games from January to the end of the season. And let's not forget, Barcelona, I think, was undefeated until late in the season.
The second last
So
game.
they were having a good year. That's a good time to land. You know, everyone's playing well around you. You don't have to stand out right away.
But it's a hard.
So he
we know
came
how
out-
difficult it is coming in the middle.
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
season.
but he came out and he basically said, dude, I wasn't at that level. Like, Coutinho and another player came to him to try to lift the
He
spirits.
said the nerves got on him.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So, like, there's that stank of, like, abilities there. We saw him for Colombia.
Top goal scorer.
Ridiculous.
Goal scoring
goals.
is there. But is this dude ready for the big stage? And Barcelona, less than 6 months in, are cutting him loose. For me, that makes me a nervy signing. Potential? Hell yeah, it's
no, it
there.
should. It
but
should.
next year when he
Because there's
comes
mad
in, or
pressure
this
at
year when he...
United.
Tottenham-
It's everywhere.
Tottenham-
There's no time to
there's mad
learn.
pressure.
There's no time to
There's mad
learn.
pressure.
Tottenham and Arsenal should go for that, dude.
It's too
I
late
agree.
now.
I agree. I think Tottenham's fine. I think Liverpool should. But
I wouldn't mind Liverpool because
Arsenal-
someone else, I forget who, but someone. Oh, I think Arsenal's going for Vita now as well because
Stole my
they
thunder, son.
because they went for £25 million
Yeah.
when Liverpool doesn't want to go past
But
20.
we got to sell apparently Mustafi and Danny Welbeck to
Which
raise
doesn't
the
make sense.
funds
Doesn't
because
make sense.
Arsenal's cheap as shit.
Yeah, super cheap.
It's a new
Cronky
manager,
cheap
dude.
as
You
shit.
don't wanna make
God,
too
you didn't
many
like Southwest
signings.
over here. Super cheap.
Bruh.
Predictions.
Let's
Table,
do it.
EPL table.
Top
EPL,
6.
Top 6.
Top 6.
In order.
Nah, I want to know who's going to finish 13th. That's
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm
Gives a
thinking.
fuck.
Yo, you know I will. You know I will.
You will.
I'll tell you why too. This will be an hour show
Break it
just with my
over.
predictions.
So
That's too much
I
Huss.
got man. It kills me to say this. So many ways, more ways than one. But
Who's going to win it? No, go from 6. Build the momentum.
I like
Al.
that.
Build
Build
them
the
up.
momentum, dude.
Dude, go for...
You got to go from 6
all right,
to
all
1.
right, six. Spurs.
Agreed. I like that.
5th. I'm gonna have Arsenal.
Okay.
Flirting with 4th. You know, it's gonna be a long slog. You guys gonna be close. You could be. I mean, you're gonna finish there, but you're not
We
gonna
focus on Europa.
I think Europa. I think you're gonna. Yeah, Emery's little baby over there.
Europa King.
You guys are gonna be. You'll be up there in the mix for a while. So 6 Spurs, 5 Arsenal, 4 Chelsea, 3rd United, 2nd Liverpool, 1st Man City,
Oh, wait.
and that kills me to say that, but in that order
Dude,
to finish below those two.
Ooh-wee.
But if Man City win 2 in a row, maybe 3. No one's won it 3 times except United. So, dude, the dynasty could be in full flow if they win back to back. I'm looking for anyone, even if Liverpool have to end their curse to beat Man City. I don't know.
dude, I'm going to say this, man. I think it's going to come down to at least 5 match days with this race. But I got City edging United.
You're not going 6-1.
Fuck, I totally
Yeah.
forgot.
I
You're
just
right.
just
You're
blew the
right.
load early.
I did. I had to.
Imagine.
Too pumped.
Blah.
Too pumped
One
jump. City United. You know why? Because personally, this is what I'm stressed about in my head, Al. You were going through your predictions. I couldn't even think because I'm like, United has to put up a fight this year.
I don't
If we
think-
lose, look.
I think with all the turmoil, man, I think we're set up to fail this year almost. Like by Jose's making and Ed Woodward's making it. Like if we achieve anything, like I don't know what to expect.
dude,
I've kind of given up.
for me, I haven't, man.
Not
And
giving
then
up,
A lot
like,
of
as
players,
far as-
no. A lot of players, fans feel the way you do, dude.
Yeah.
It's legit. Jose's coming out throwing his toys, calling out Martial and Pogba.
So
like,
salty.
It's not.
It's not
pretty.
a good environment to be productive in.
But if I hadn't read this quote from Lukaku, I'd feel.
But that's
even
hold
worse.
on before you go on. One of Jose's favorite guys, a guy who'd wipe his ass for him. You know, if he had to do anything for him.
He's his Drogba. It's Drogba 2.0.
He's only got 3 or 4 of those in a team. Lukaku's one of his major ones. So grain of salt given.
So Lukaku came out and said, "Look, our manager's butthurt. He hates to lose, but he's a guy you know where you stand every time, and as long as you do what he says, you're good."
Yeah.
That's obviously me paraphrasing. So a guy like Pogba is going to be a bit of a wild card this year. But I think we can do well, not maybe win it, but we can push the league without Pogba showing up
We
every
better
game.
push at least, man.
That's all I'm saying. We're going to push the
But
league.
I
I don't know
think-
if we're going to win. A guy like Sanchez, first time he's rested, high energy, experience too. This guy plays with an S on his chest. And in those kind of games, you need the S. Pogba, we know big games he has the S on his chest, scored a brace against City, but when he plays Newcastle away, that's when he chokes. So that's what the cover we're going to need For the big games, man, I don't even expect to win most big games. It's either a draw and City.
You need to win the other
beat us
games.
one-
Yeah,
you need to win the rest
other
of the
14
games.
I get that. It's
That's
not
what
all
it
about
comes
the big
down to.
game.
So the big games, I'm never nervous about United because we play with our chests out. It's those little games when you're losing to the top 3 promoted, the newly promoted clubs. And I think having a guy like Fred who's in there got to make some noise, but having Sanchez,
Man
to
U
me,
has to
man,
prove
looks
me
so
wrong.
problematic.
Man U has to prove all the doubt is wrong because what evidence have they showed you that they've worked a lot on unlocking a defense with speed of play?
Sanchez.
What evidence have they showed?
Sanchez,
'Cause
Pereira. No, the evidence is
Andres
Sanchez,
Pereira, yeah.
Pereira, and
Lingard even. to a degree.
Not Lukaku.
Because the
He's
thing
been
with
playing up
Alexis too, and it's a double-edged sword, is he can provide that special moment, but sometimes he holds onto the ball too long, and he kind
lot
of
of the
slows the attack. And he's always looking for that ball over the top. So
But when he
that can
holds
work.
it, there's
It
a
works
way.
sometimes.
There's a
but
way.
have they figured out yet the timing of that? Because that all I'm saying is Alexis is a double-edged sword in that regard. Trust me, I'm an Arsenal guy. He was there. There were times when we needed him to do that. There were times where he did a little bit too much. He's so skilled that you shouldn't really tell him what to do when he's on the ball. But that is something where it could go both ways. Now, maybe with the preseason and Pereira coming in and
legs.
Lukaku, we'll see. But when you face a team that's organized, because that's the thing with Man United. When you face a team who's organized, who's going to play you the way Jose
It's
wants
tough.
to play,
Yeah.
have you proven that you can break
I think-
down a defense like that?
I
Because
think-
City can do that 100% of the
No,
time,
City-
every time.
Yeah, 100%, dude. We're not comparing the two.
Well, you
We're
have
speaking
to.
United.
No, I'm just saying you have to
No,
because
that's
in
what I'm
terms of the
saying.
winner and what.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not showing
City's
me
the winner
progression.
because they're not.
Yeah.
The comparison still doesn't apply, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. United will push. I don't think United
But-
will win because the comparison just doesn't work.
But the Red Menace from Liverpool, I think it's just gonna be too much. They reinforced one of the best teams in the league to reinforce their squad this year.
Insane.
I don't know how's he doing with that pose over there. Say the Pledge of Allegiance.
No, you
Yeah.
said something about Liverpool. You said something about Liverpool,
Yeah.
so I'm getting a little warm feeling in my chest.
No, but their investment in players this summer, 250 million. Van Dijk for 75 in the winter. The way they played last year, they're attacking 3 or 4, whoever's in there.
I mean, this is how you
it's,
get
it's
better.
almost too like they're in great shape to have a great season from Friday onwards. You know, where United, it's like I don't know if we lose a few games in August, September, like there goes the title because Man City's not going to drop more than 5 games this year. You know, losses wise.
That's what I think is
you
going
know,
to take.
they didn't last year hardly. So I think if
that's
we,
the difference. I think City is going to misstep. I don't. See
I hope
them.
they do. But with Liverpool
It's not-
so strong and Man City so strong still,
For me, with Liverpool,
And the way we played
look,
last
they
year.
strengthened their squad, but
Tremendously.
fair enough. But still, I don't see there being enough defensive. I don't know, like I don't want to say quality because on paper the players
Tactics.
are there, but even tactically,
it's class.
that's it.
You know, he
When
does-
Virgil van Dijk came in, they shut down. They're actually
tactically.
goals against. I think went to top of the league when they were top of the league
Look
when
it up.
Virgil
Yeah,
came.
I think
no,
you're
I
wrong.
did way
Yeah.
back. I mean that.
I'm gonna look it up right now. That's so bro science.
Look, I'm saying, look, all right, let
Well,
me just
hold
give,
on.
let me get my
This
predictions.
guy's still on 2. Hasn't gone past second place.
Oh yeah,
Touche. I'm
Top
about
6.
to give my
cares
predictions.
about the rest.
But it was a good, it was a
Liverpool
good break.
3rd, Spurs 4th, Arsenal 5th, Chelsea 6th.
Chelsea 6.
Boom.
New
You
manager.
know, I don't know why I put Chelsea so
chemistry.
high. Not think about it because the way they've been playing this preseason.
Whenever Chelsea gets a new manager, though,
Yeah, they do pop.
watch out.
Yep.
But
They're that type
they
of
do
team.
get that new guy, Odie, Callum,
The young
boy.
guy.
Callum
Yeah.
Odi. I can't say his name. He's nice. I think he's 17 years old or 18. But dude, the way he plays, full of confidence, runs direct.
Young boy.
If they play him this year, if they keep Hazard, they have a chance.
Yeah,
and,
that's
and,
a
and
goal.
Willian and Morata, like fuck, I'm keeping them over. I have him 5th. Yeah,
This is your
Fourth.
this is your only chance.
4th.
Two
Top
time to
4.
flip flop right here.
They're back to
Arsenal's
champions.
5th.
Arsenal and
And then you had
Spurs.
Spurs 6th.
Chelsea have Chelsea in Europa, right? No.
Nothing.
Arsenal.
Oh,
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
Europa. Yeah, that's fine then.
Yeah.
Focus
Chelsea
on the
finished
league. That's like when Conte came to town and blew it out of
Could
the
be,
water.
dude. Absolutely.
What you got, Tom?
My predictions
6.
as is
Well done.
6th through 1. I got Spurs finishing 6th. Think them not signing anyone is going to come back to bite them in the ass. They'll receive injuries. I think they're going to lack depth. At 5th, I have Arsenal at 5th here.
Good man.
This one was a difficult decision. I
Good
think
man.
we take a step up. in terms of league form, but I think we'll focus more so on Europa, qualifying for the Champions League, and just don't have the depth, I think, to succeed in the league quite yet. I see at 4th, I agree with Al. Chelsea, again, new manager. Sarri steps in. Brought midfielder Jorginho. Now Morata has to step up.
Jorginho's so nice, man.
Have to maintain Eden Hazard as well. Sarri likes an attack. He likes attacking, so I think Chelsea will take that step up. And then this is the nitty gritty. I see Man United here, dropping to 3rd.
Yeah.
Man U dropping to 3rd. Stagnation. Again,
stagnation.
Solid defensively.
The nation of stagnation,
but
will not rest.
You guys haven't proven to be able to unlock a defense. I think the word is out.
For sure.
At 2nd, I have Manchester City.
Whoa.
I have Man City finishing 2nd.
You walk out of this room right now if you say Liverpool first place. You walk out right now. Get your shoes.
I got Liverpool. I got Liverpool winning the league. I got Liverpool winning the league. Look, they not only did they have the second best attack last year, but they strengthened their spine. They addressed the goalkeeper situation. They have abundance in midfield. Yes, they don't have maybe a backup center back who, like, if you're still relying on Klavan, that's a little bit risky.
Lovren.
But I think their attack will be able to carry them through, and they'll be able to flip guys like Shaqiri. I think the system. This isn't just the fact that they beat City last year twice in a row, so they have them figured out. I think now Klopp, he's shown in the past that he can win a league. He's done it in Germany. I think this is the major step that Liverpool makes right here. I just think their brand of football is going to be too much attack. They'll be scoring so many goals, and they finally overcome that. Was it 25 years or something like that?
Since 1991. 1990. It's been 28 years.
Before it was the Premier League, yeah.
28 years, Huss. How do you feel?
Klopp makes history like that.
Whoever was born in that year, I could kiss every one of you. I really could. What was it, 1991? 1990? No one in this room, thank God.
Nah, not that old. But it's going to be tight, man. I don't think it's going to be a clear 100-point favorite. It's going to be tighter this year.
Huss bus.
Between 1 and 2.
See the
big sigh.
Okay. No.
Followed by a big pause. Followed by hesitation and a big smile.
6th place, I have Spurs because I think this is the beginning
hating.
Of the end. Because if things don't go well at the beginning, I truly believe that this is the end of maybe not a Harry Kane, but an Eriksen, and then maybe the year after will be a Harry Kane.
Why?
Once he sees it, why? Because if people start leaving, like a
They're
Toby,
not leaving this year.
I know, but if things don't go their way, if they get an injury, or as we see at the end of the year, they start shooting themselves in the foot. What if they?
We're talking about this season, not next year when people want to leave.
What I'm saying is, it's in their pedigree, and it's also
Pochettino leaves. But
there's a potential. I'm saying that
and I brought it up as a joke, but it's sort of kind of true that there was so many Spurs players playing for England, they shot themselves in the foot.
What are you talking about?
In the World Cup. So I mean, it's just we've seen this multiple times that Spurs have just shot themselves in the foot. So when it comes down.
When it comes down to it,
with Spurs, I was just curious. Do you think Harry Kane has gone better or worse? Year. No, not leaving. Better or worse as a footballer?
Yeah, he's like finish.
I think.
Is he going to take a step?
No. I think he's a better player, but he's more injury prone.
Fair enough.
Eriksen.
They're more fatigued.
Do you think he's coming season? Is he going to do better this season than last?
He'll be good the first half, and then maybe start thinking transfer the second half.
Oh my God, this guy.
What is that? Dele Ali. Do you think?
What are you, a psychologist,
he's gonna be better
bro?
this year than last year?
2 years ago, he was phenomenal. Last year, we saw a worse player, but good stats.
Good end product.
But if the stats don't match, we could see a player with a
see this year.
So
he's getting loaned out. He's getting loaned out.
No. I'm saying
Huss is dancing around.
No. What I'm saying is that it's a trickle effect, because if you just start seeing everything start going down, and then you start seeing one player leave, then a third player.
Because we saw Walker leave. This is the beginning of the end.
Then we might see.
He's predicted they're finished.
We saw. Ask him individually. He thinks the players will perform better unless some weird.
You gotta realize Walker left. Rose might leave. Toby looks like to be leaving.
The prediction
and then
what if
Trippier might go? And then if they do,
no one's leaving this year.
We're talking about this team.
We're talking about right now.
So obviously,
something about next year.
The window's still open until next week.
You're thinking about summer 2019, bro. We're talking predictions.
I'm talking about May, where they finish.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
No, you're
September.
not. You're talking about
I'm talking about
May.
May.
You're talking about players
Rose
leaving.
Leaves. Like, is
No,
Rose going to leave between now and May?
Maybe.
Guys, this is Huss's premise.
It could be.
This will be the beginning. Am I wrong, Huss?
This is the beginning of the end.
So he's saying they're
And-
going to finish sixth. His
and-
reasoning is a
'Cause
little bit quirky,
because
but at the same time,
but
I think
that's what
the World Cup point is fatigue. It has to do with fatigue starting the season. So we know Harry Kane doesn't score in August. We all know that. And if
It's
you don't,
mental
you're listening
too.
to fantasy.
They don't close
pick
out.
Harry Kane up in August.
These plays don't close out.
They do close out. They caught Liverpool, bro. They close out. They finished third, guys. They
Wait,
automatically
wait.
qualify
I just
for
think
the
the lack of
Champions
transfers. That's my thing. Is the lack of transfers.
finishing
this
third.
summer.
Finishing third is closing out. How about the year they
For
finished
Liv-
second?
League. Yeah, how about that other year? But we're talking about the previous
It's
year.
the
They
same
caught-
players.
They caught
Same players.
Salah. They caught Salah FC.
Did they close out in the World Cup?
Dude, but it
No,
doesn't
they just
matter.
don't. They don't
no
win
one's
cups.
talking
We
about
know
them
Spurs.
winning.
We know Spurs don't
That's
win
my
cups.
feeling that
All right, who you got
Spurs.
fifth?
All right,
Where
got it.
if Spurs finish in fifth or sixth, I think
said
Spurs.
sixth.
I said if they do finish in
said
fifth
fifth. Who's
or
that?
sixth, this is the beginning of the end.
No, but
fifth?
you're saying they are
Who's
going to
fifth?
finish.
So, fifth place Arsenal, fourth place Chelsea, third place United. This is where I start having a trouble because, as we all did, because is it City or Liverpool? City has the history. They have the more proven manager,
Recent history, yeah.
and even in the past too. Klopp's
When?
Klopp's won the Bundesliga, but he didn't win Bundesliga and La Liga and EPL like Pep has.
Hasn't had the access to that.
Well, that's true. So,
Good point.
I'm really stuck on this because my heart is obviously saying Liverpool. My gut is saying City.
3.
Go with
Two.
your
Stop!
tummy.
Don't try to
One.
rush me.
Go
Don't
with
try
your
to
tummy,
rush me.
dude.
now.
Go
Not
with your
rushing
tummy.
you.
Usually gets you in trouble.
Because my gut says City for the fact that they just have closeout players. Liverpool, we don't know if they have closeout players yet. And let's say if one of those guys is injured, we don't know if Shaqiri's going to show up. His team just got relegated.
So what you gonna go with, Bus?
Tiki already has it down. Liverpool second, City first.
Wow.
I go, God, dude. You know what? Hey, I'm being honest. I'm giving. Look, if you want me a fanboy, yeah, I'll say Liverpool all day.
I thought you were gonna be a fanboy.
But I'm going
kinda
with my
proud of
gut
you.
because
So that
I
was-
truly
that-
believe that the money that
But I'm
Pep
disappointed.
spent on the defense just last year, what, 200 mil on just defense? Holy crap, we can't even spend 30 mil to get a secondary defender to take over for Lovren.
Although you spent 75.
Yeah,
so-
it's for one. For
a goal-
one.
for a
That's
goalie.
also leaving
Yeah, they spent
125.
50 for one.
But really,
They bought 4
Yeah, but-
players at 200 million, 50
Yeah.
each.
Two of the
And,
two.
and that,
two
that's
of
the
them.
difference. That's a
Don't try to
difference of
deflect.
100.
If you guys
no,
don't
that's a
win the
difference
league,
of
it's a
100.
problem.
That's a difference of
You
125
need to win a
mil.
cup.
If you guys don't win any silverware, that's a failed.
It's
This
a
is a
major fail.
massively failed season.
this is a huge investment.
This is that United pressure that United lives under. When we spending 200 mil buying Pogba and we lose, everyone's like, "Oh, you spend money." This is the year, man. Liverpool this year, and you bought the right players by the
did.
looks of it.
You did.
Now, can they perform in May when Tottenham starts surging and you guys start dropping points? That was your issue last year.
Man.
You were solid. You were chasing. Actually, you started off slow. United built up a lead, and then you started closing in on United. Then you stumbled, and Tottenham slipped into
to me,
third.
I can look at Liverpool realistically and say like, I think the momentum more so than the actual complete quality of the team, because Man City's has the most quality, right, out of all the team. I think the momentum will carry them forward over the line. They're still not the favorites. Like a betting man, the odds are in Man City's favor. I just think they've taken steps. Now, if Liverpool do this again next summer, have a summer like this where you spend the same amount of money, now it's expectation. Now I'm expecting
Building
you
a
to win.
dynasty at
For
that
me, I
point.
expect it now because it's the same reason.
Why don't you pick them
look at
then
Brendan.
to win?
No, I expect the pressure on now.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
think
You don't
they'll-
expect them to win the league.
Fuck no.
Okay, that's
Fuck
what,
no.
okay. All right.
I think Liverpool will be the same old, just a little bit closer this time.
They're gonna be vicious, man.
So we're
I hear you, but we're assuming the two 20-year-old fullbacks are going to perform. Otherwise, it's Moreno.
I'm assuming the top 3 are gonna score goals.
That's been Huss's whole thing. All we have to do is outscore him. Defense wins championships, dude. As much as I shit on defenders, blah, blah, blah.
Whoa, did Tiki come around? The defense
Whoa.
wins championships. You just came around. For the longest you were saying
I still
offense
don't
wins
agree
it.
because look at
For
all the
longest.
score lines. Look at all
Yeah,
the
no,
score lines
no,
of Champions
this
League.
is great.
All of them are
No, no.
high-scoring games.
Defense wins championships in the sense, like, once you got
glad
your
to hear
lead, you
that.
hold on to it, dude.
Yeah.
But I don't think to win a championship game, your defense has to be good because no one wins a game scoring 0 goals.
Which is why Real
So
Madrid
let's not-
beat Atletico, because you could have the best defense, but yeah,
0 goals don't win you a championship.
Penalties.
Like clean sheets don't win you championships. You know what I mean?
Penalties.
Penalties have nothing to do with defense. It's your goalie.
You get the good defense, ties 0-0, go to penalties, win the game that way.
Even if you're
Or
playing
lose it.
penalties, you have to score to win, right?
Exactly.
Even if
That's
you're
a
playing
penalty.
penalties, you
There's
still
no
have to.
clean
That's
sheet.
not,
the
it's not a
ball.
real goal. It's a
Put the ball in the
penalty.
back
Yeah,
of
but
the
there's
net.
no clean
They
sheet. That's
don't
ever
record.
won
Oh,
a
he scored.
penalty
No,
shootout.
that's not a goal, man. It was
There's
a
no
penalty
zero.
shootout.
If you celebrate,
There's never been a
do like this.
It's not a goal.
There's never been a team
do
to
like
win
this.
It's not a goal. There's an asterisk.
It's a
Shootout.
goal,
Like
man.
no one keeps track of that shit.
Thank you. So to win a championship, so it's an asterisk win. To win a championship the right way.
You don't need to score a goal.
Thank
Baggio
you.
wishes they never kept
the
track
right
of that
way.
shit,
Notice,
dude.
no, but seriously, look. When I say defense wins championships, I mean once Aguero gets his 2 goals, Company, Otamendi, Stones, whoever it is back there, hold
They
that.
defend in possession, and that's the thing with I think Liverpool will get
Not
better
even
at.
tactic. I just mean like specifically. Even Jose will go somewhere, go to City, score quick 2 goals, and hold on for dear life
City
against
doesn't
top
do
clubs.
that unless it's like 3
No,
minutes.
I understand, Tom, but regardless, the defense is there cleaning up. You know what I mean?
I just
Liverpool
think
for
it's
me,
great
I see
that
Virgil cleaning
You've
up.
come around.
No, I
Said
did.
Defense
No, I
wins
did.
championships.
No, I
You
did.
see the
I
bigger
just
picture
wasted
now.
time the last 2
See
minutes.
the
So,
bigger
but
picture.
again, Liverpool, they didn't sell really anybody besides losing Chan. That's huge because 2014-15, they lost Luis Suarez. 15-16, they lost Sterling. 16-17, they lost Mane to Africa, and that was huge. And then last year, they lost Coutinho. This year, hopefully, they don't lose somebody. And that right there in the
Aw, a little
no,
sob
no,
story
no,
there.
no, no,
Aw.
no, because if you think about a team losing one of their top 3 players every year consistently for 4 years,
It's harsh.
come on now, that's huge.
That's what I'm saying. The
So-
pressure on Liverpool is massive.
But
this
it's not
year.
just-
all the
it's
stars
not-
are
it's just-
aligned. You
yes,
spent money.
as much as
you
saying you're
kept your
saying-
big players. If you guys don't win, this is a failed season.
But as much as saying this pressure's on, it's great for this team to get a full squad under the belt at this
fair
moment.
enough.
If
If you don't
Liverpool-
win,
if Liverpool
Liverpool
finishes-
sucks.
If they,
Yeah,
if
If
they
Liverpool
finish
finishes second, I don't-
with close
it's
second,
it's
close second.
disappointing, yeah.
If they're finishing
It's
anywhere,
disappointing.
if they're finishing anything further than 6
They
points,
finish second,
I'm
they
aggravated.
win an FA Cup. Even if they crash out round of 16 Champions League, and be like, all right, a little underwhelming, but they had a pretty good season.
So we have the same top 3.
Except for
Some of us do.
No,
I just
two.
flipped my top 3.
Are you making
I'm
changes
going
now?
Heart. Yeah, I'm going to Heart.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Right there, dude.
I'm looking at it. Don't you
Going
do
United?
that.
United.
Talking about fanboys
Here it
over
is.
here. Fanboy.
It is.
Go with Heart.
100%,
I've
but I'm
made that
going with
I've made
gut.
that mistake
Your
like 3
gut
years in a row.
discussion made me look into my gut, and my gut said,
You know, obviously your
Alexis
brain's not
Sanchez
in
is
your
that
gut.
dude.
You see, this
No,
why
it's not.
this is why I
No,
can't
it's
trust
not.
Alexis Sanchez bid because it's heart. A lot of it is heart. There's some logic there, but
It's
it's
based
heart.
on logic, bro. I think this is the season. I saw him in
Is your
preseason.
choice too?
For what?
Man United to win the EPL based in logic.
No, that's hard.
So
No,
how
no,
can
no.
I believe you, man? How can I believe you?
What
What's
do
the
you mean? Because
consistency?
I'm not staying on one side of
I
the
know- no,
wall.
I know two
Either
things
I'm
can
an
be
elephant
true.
or a donkey.
I know two
Come
things
on,
can be
bro.
true,
I'm
but-
literally telling you in each specific situation why. That's it. I went with my gut because I'm running the numbers. And I'm like Alexis Sanchez first rest. Lukaku, I think he's gonna perform well. Pogba's an iffy, but I'm very excited to
Fred.
see. I'm very excited to see Fred. Very excited to see him.
Fred is going to be the one that wins you the league?
No,
He's
I
going to be the
literally
one
said-
he's going to be
I
the tipping
literally
point?
said Alexis Sanchez is
excited
the
to see this
tipping
guy.
point. No, Alexis
Yo,
Sanchez.
Fred. He's been nasty.
Hold on,
It's
hold on,
insane.
hold on.
Yo,
Hold on.
Ukraine.
Hold on. To Tiki's point and Hussey's misdirection on that,
That was so weird.
Conte won Chelsea a title, playing holding midfield. He changed the whole team around. Like
Yeah, after he got him from Leicester,
he
who
was-
just won the league.
He was the catalyst in that
Not
squad,
from Shakhtar.
right?
Yeah, I'm not going to
Right.
expect him to change
He
the
was
whole
he was a
league.
catalyst in the French squad, you could
Williams
say.
from Shakhtar too.
You know, like so a number 6
They-
player, the right
they
type
win
of number
league
4 player who can go box to box can be a huge difference.
Yeah, that's-
I mean,
look,
massive
but
difference.
my
That's
point
mad
is that's
pressure.
not what I was saying. I'm
Oh.
saying Alexis Sanchez is that dude.
We get
Paul
it, man.
Pogba is that
Alexis
dude.
What I'm
Sanchez,
saying,
man.
Fred,
Paul
will
Pogba needs
cover
to be
for
that
Pogba.
dude.
Pogba will make it.
You have a lot of
much easier, I
dudes.
agree.
Just wonder if you have a lot of men.
Dude, between Pogba,
Relegated
Pogba,
for-
Sanchez,
Jose's thinking the same thing.
Lukaku, between those 3, man, Lingard even coming in, he's a great supporting guy, run all day for you. Rashford and Martial if he stays. But even just the Lukaku, Sanchez, Pogba, if they can fire together, and who's ever behind them, Matic or Fred, that's it. That's a wrap. Pogba needs
Guys,
to go
all
off.
I'm
Why
saying,
Man United
Tom,
hasn't replaced Juan Mata?
Tom,
I don't,
all I'm
I don't
saying-
He's quality.
I don't
All
get
I'm
that.
saying
know.
is,
He's way past his prime,
No,
all
he's
I'm
not.
saying is my
Dude, he
gut.
can play till he's 40, his type of game.
bro.
Mata?
Man United should have gotten rid of Mata last
Look,
year.
United and Liverpool should both be finishing within 6 points of City if they win the league. It should be that close for those three teams.
Well,
They're
I
easily
think-
the top three.
He's not,
Easily.
he's not a
Agreed.
Jose player.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I think City going for Champions League this year is going to pull them away from the league. I think Liverpool will take points off City, thus cannibalizing each other. I think Liverpool in February usually struggles for whatever reason, or January, I should say. The first reason was Mane leaving for
AFCON.
And then
for
Coutinho.
Africa. Then Coutinho leaving for Barcelona.
Always an
Salah helped
excuse.
Patch
No,
it.
they're
No,
legit, dude.
It's reasons.
Imagine Pogba leaves in January. You're not going to be as good.
I think
Be about the same.
my United pick is not
De Gea
based
does.
on a lot of logic, guys. So, like, you guys throwing logical
Different
arguments. I hear you, man. I got no argument.
Yeah.
I think some way the stars might align. If I'm a betting man, I'm not putting a lot of money on this bet. Like, I don't feel like it's a logical one, but
No, it's when you put money on and you hope if it turns out you triple up.
that's it.
Look,
But I still think City, United, Liverpool are the top three.
For Liverpool, they need to take the last 2 years and combine them. 2 years ago, they didn't lose to a top 6 team.
Where'd
But they
finish?
lost to all the lower teams. Last year, they did good against the lower teams and did okay against top 6. If they can put those 2 seasons together, they're in business this year.
Yeah.
But again, Fabinho, Keita, are they going to stay healthy? Are they going to produce the whole year?
Yeah.
Is there going to be misdirection in the
We
midfield? Because
assume
now
Keita
that they have
and Fabinho.
so many midfielders, is Wijnaldum, is he playing? Is Henderson playing? Is Milner playing? Is Ox when he comes back playing? Is Keita playing? Like, you don't know who's playing. And that could also
welcome
I
to-
like
welcome-
that.
welcome
I
to-
like that because last year I knew who was playing.
Welcome to a proper club, Hussy.
Yeah, but that's how it
that's
should be.
that's
We're
a- that's a-
should
that's
be
a dilemma.
competitive.
That's a dilemma that Liverpool haven't really had
No.
Yeah.
in recent history. You know, like
Yeah.
a plethora of players
Premier
that can
League.
play,
And-
having to rotate. You know, they've never really had that.
And we assume Fabinho and Keita are going to be all that. You know what I
Well,
mean?
we
Like,
can't-
Keita
Wijnaldum.
looks good.
What
though.
about Ouija?
Keita's been looking
fair enough.
real
And I
good.
said Fred looks good, but, like, you laughed. So, like, we
No,
assume...
Keita has more film.
I'm assuming they're going to be better than what Liverpool had last year. That's all I'm assuming. I'm
They
not
should
saying it's
be.
going to be the
They should
truth.
be.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying they're going to be an
Well, you
upgrade
said-
on
you
Lallana
said they're going to
and
win the
Wijnaldum.
league. That means they're the truth. You know what I mean? Winning the league, that means you think this team is
No, I
real.
think the top 3 is the truth. Now the
No,
midfield.
top 3 is not in debate. We all agree on
well,
top.
that's who
you
the
mean front
truth is.
three.
It's gonna
The front
power
three.
through.
That
Yeah.
three-prong attack is the truth. Now the midfield will support them, and that's where
And
the
the defense
boost
is
will come.
stronger.
Speed.
But I'm
Defense will be a
saying,
little
based on your
stronger.
prediction, you think the team as a whole will be truthful, like legit.
Yes.
They just
Fair
need.
enough,
They just need
man.
to stop. They just need to stop one of the goals that were going in the game. Let in 3, let in 2. You win 3-2. Let in 2. Let in. You know, you still in 3. Now you let in 1. Just cut it down a little bit. You still concede because you're Liverpool and your club
Sorry.
can't defend.
Look, and
but just cut it down to something
and Ali
respectable.
might step up or he might not. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think
that's
he'll be.
another-
I think he'll be step up from who? Mingale in Karius.
A lot of
Might
this is
be.
based on assumptions, guy. Like
Yeah, and it's based
everything
on-
is based on that.
for sure, man.
Yeah,
For sure.
That's
Guys
why.
who-
Hey, it's
But
prediction
I was gonna
episode.
say-
For first year guys.
It's all
especially.
prediction.
But
And-
last year's United finished what?
Second.
Was it 19 points behind?
Yep.
And United dropped 3 points each to the promoted clubs. That's 9 points. That puts United at 90. You know what I mean? So, like, United is behind City. There's no debate.
Yeah.
Liverpool as well.
Just those odd
is behind.
games.
But
Those odd games you have to
all
win.
of a sudden you make it closer. So, like,
It's a pain in the
my
ass.
my heart pick is United, and I'm gonna write down United.
Love
But
it.
like, I don't think I'm as crazy as you guys are saying.
No, I don't think you're that crazy. But for the Liverpool defense,
I
you have
do.
Klein coming back for the right back. Trent has another year.
No surprise.
Robinson has another year. Moreno should be gone. And now let's say
Milner should be gone.
And again,
Lovren
we assume
or
those
if
two are gonna
Lovren
play well.
Lovren and Virgil, if they get injured, Matip is just a walking injury waiting to happen.
Yeah, man.
He must be related to Jack Wilshere, but also
He's not that bad.
no, he's not very good either. Look, I'm okay with him because he was a free transfer. If we paid any money, I'm talking about $10, I would rather see a movie for that. So if any other, who was it, Gomez coming in, they need to bring somebody else in.
Klavan. It's
And they
Matip
still-
and
Klavan, they
Klavan.
still need. Let's
I
say
know,
one of them
but
goes
you
down
need-
for.
You need a tertiary center back. I agree.
And we assume Robinson and Trent Alexander from now on are gonna play to the levels they've played at first. At some point, even for a year, even for 6 months, they're gonna take a youthful step back.
No, they're good in right back
But
because
then-
Nathaniel Klein, a guy with more experience, can come in.
Assuming
it's left
he's
back that
healthy,
you got to kind of worry
left
about.
back with Moreno.
'cause
Robertson.
We know you can't trust Moreno defensively.
James
So-
Milner,
so
left
then
back.
you
do
Here we
have-
go,
you
baby.
do have James
So
Milner.
that's
James
why I don't
Milner.
think
But he
PK
can't play there
specialist.
for. He can't play for 30+
No,
games.
but that's why Robinson won't allow him to because I don't
So
think
then
he's going
that's
to take a
why-
huge step back.
So that's why I don't think Liverpool is this that much improved from last year. Do they look more exciting? Fuck yeah. Salah,
It's
is
the
he gonna
spine, mate.
is he
It's
gonna
the
do what he's
spine.
gonna say? They had the spine last year and they still
They
choked.
didn't
If
have a
they're-
goalie. They didn't
if
have
they're-
that extra midfielder.
The big thing is,
It's huge.
if Liverpool is able to keep their entire squad together
They're gonna
next
dude.
summer, that is when they look dangerous because they'll have a full year
I'm
together.
saying, if you spend
Because-
another
but I
200
can't-
mil-
but I
If
can't
they
guarantee.
win something next summer. Salah,
Yeah. I
if
can't
he has
guarantee
another
he's gonna
season
stay.
like this and they don't win silverware, Real Madrid, PSG, Barcelona, they're
Just
coming in.
Mane.
They're gonna come.
Firmino,
All those
players.
coming regardless. Those guys are
No,
coming
no, but I'm
regardless.
saying if you win silverware, now you get to hold on to Salah because you say, look, we're building a project.
Yeah.
You got a trophy in your cabinet.
Actually, I think it might be the other
That's-
way too.
otherwise
If
it's
you
the
win
same
silverware, he might be
I
gone.
get it.
Otherwise,
but
it's Coutinho, Suarez,
it could work.
Sterling.
I'm just saying it could work both ways. Where it's like, all right, now I've accomplished this. Now I can leave. So
Agreed,
it could work that
100%.
way. But it typically
based
doesn't.
on history,
it typically
doesn't, man. They'll
Nah,
give
it
you
typically
one more
doesn't.
year. Look at Hazard.
But the
He's been
main
yo-yo
factor,
the
though,
whole time.
the main factor that we always forget about Liverpool, I know we kind of joke around, the Klopp factor. He's creating an environment. He's
Yeah.
creating a culture. He's creating a
sure.
place where people want to go. It's not like the United with Jose where players are already going, oh,
it's not-
I got to go
it's
back.
not the biggest people
where
wanna
Jose
go, you
is
know what I
saying,
mean?
I need these players back. Where Klopp is saying, you know what, take some extra time. And Henderson's trying to come back, and Klopp's saying, go take your vacation.
Agreed, but the signings aren't that much upgraded from a Brendan Rodgers. They're just not. They're still gambling.
No, from
My
Brendan
opinion,
Rodgers, huge different than Brendan Rodgers. They had Markovic was like the best signing.
Dude,
Rodgers
Brendan
did.
Rodgers signed Coutinho. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can criticize him for the failed ones, but the successful ones worked out.
That's why I'm trying to figure out who the successful
He promoted
ones were.
Sterling.
Like,
as
So
well.
that might be one.
Coutinho,
That might be one.
He signed Milner. He signed like
No, it was a free, and he like
no,
yeah,
but he signed him, man.
Yeah,
it was
no,
under his watch.
yeah,
dude.
that's what I
All
wanted
I'm
to
saying
see,
is
'cause I
Brendan
don't
Rodgers
know.
had a lot of flops, but he also set this team up, man.
For me, it was just those guys were slightly more. I don't know.
Dude, Fabinho,
questionable.
we don't know what he's about. He is at Monaco. We don't know what he's
Nah,
about.
but I've seen him in Champions League play.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean? Whereas
For
like
sure,
a
and
guy
I've
like
seen
Andy
Fred as
Carroll,
well.
I've never seen at that level. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I've seen Naby Keita,
Dude, I don't
beating
think the
Bayern
signing's
and
fine.
guys like that.
I'll give you an.
Nothing's guaranteed, but the guys that are coming are more potential. You know, like Allison,
And
starting
Keita's at
goalie
Leipzig, no
for the.
Bayern.
Well, that's what I mean. My bad. Playing
Yeah.
against Bayern and beating Bayern. That's what I.
Yeah, but
that's
that
what I
was his
said.
only game every year.
The best part about Brendan
Dortmund
Rodgers.
and He played
Best
two
part about
clubs.
Brendan Rodgers. You're like, oh, he brought in Coutinho. That was the
Fine,
same. That was the same summer as Joe Allen. Who'd he say was the Xavi? Not Coutinho. No,
Agreed,
he's a good product
100%.
Joe Allen, come over here. Take some
100%.
photos with me.
100%. But again, you're
Sketchy,
focusing.
bro.
It's like the
Dude,
same
but
thing
he
with
also-
Andy
he
Carroll and
ran
Luis
out of
Suarez. They
He
went with
also
all
signed-
Andy Carroll.
I know, but you got
All
to
I'm
look
saying
at
is-
They also sent-
Klopp's failures.
they also
and
got
his success.
I
Barini.
wasn't looking at
Oh,
Klopp's
cool,
failures.
Barini.
I was comparing the success is Keita.
Yeah.
I was comparing Fabinho, and I'm saying he's not that far off from Coutinho.
No, not from Coutinho,
That's
but from
what I-
Joe Allen he is.
Yes, dude. Failures agreed, but Brendan Rodgers spent 200 mil. Half the signings
I got
were
no
flops.
beef against Brendan Rodgers, bro.
No,
Or
no.
you're
What I'm saying is, no. But you have beef in my statement. My justification is
Liverpool-style
Rodgers.
players.
Liverpool
All right,
signed
yeah.
the same, almost the same levels. Instead of B's, they signed B pluses. There's no
that's
A
all I'm
plus
saying.
that came in.
There was a plus there. There's a difference. They're slightly better.
Slight difference, but
That's
spending
my
the
point.
same
You know what,
amount
though?
of
That's
money.
my point.
I'm
It's
looking at this.
That's what
the
I'm saying.
quality
They'll
of player
slightly-
is slightly better.
Exactly, and
So
I'm
I
saying they'll
believe in them a little
slightly
bit more.
improve. You believe in them to fucking win over City. It's not a little bit more. Stop downplaying your love in Liverpool. You're
I'm
saying
not.
they're gonna win the league.
Yeah.
So stand by and stop saying like,
I'm not-
"Ooh,
but
I
I'm
think
not-
they're gonna be slightly better. You
But
think
we're
they're
talking
gonna be
about
a lot
but now
better.
you just converted this to Man City. I'm talking about Brendan Rodgers.
No,
and that
I'm talking
quality
about
of
winning
player.
the league. I'm saying the signing of players went from B to B plus. You think all Liverpool needed were B plus players to win the league?
No, they needed to
Well,
address their.
no.
They need to address their weaknesses.
The
And not
problem-
B plus players. They need to address their weaknesses.
And they haven't completely.
The problem with Brendan Rodgers is that when he bought those players, yeah, they were like B players with potential of being like an A minus. You had Sacco coming in for PSG.
Coutinho's an A
He was a captain of France, and then he also bought Lovren and who else?
Lovren's
He bought Lallana. So I mean Markovic again, like I
Lallana,
just said.
Klopp's favorite
But
player.
Balotelli. So these are players that were high risk.
Same.
High reward type of players
Well,
where
Lallana
it's like
wasn't a
you
risk.
don't know what they're
It's the
going to
same,
be.
but that's what I'm saying with Keita and Fabinho. We don't know.
Keita,
We don't
Salah,
know. We never
these
know.
weren't high
Salah,
risk players.
the
These were-
probability, there's
these-
more-
These are
that's-
medium,
that's
I'm
all
saying
low
the
risk.
probability
That's
of
probably
success.
medium risk.
You say
Dude,
it's
I'm-
even. We say it's not. That's the disagreement. That you think
no,
that
you're
it's
saying
the
it's a
same
lot
level.
more.
I'm not. I never said a lot more. I'm saying, but the difference between a B
this-
and a plus. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
So
I hear
that
you.
level.
So that is enough for Liverpool to win the league. I'm not seeing congruency in your statement.
In
You're
my
saying
opinion, that's not the sole factor. There's other things that are going to happen, but
not.
yes, it's enough. Yes, it's enough.
Well, I see when Brendan Rodgers bought these players, it was like a 50-50. I'm not sure if they're going to do well, but there's great potential for them to buy them at a good price. When Klopp bought these players, it was 70-75% chance that they're going to be good.
Dude.
We're going to pay a little bit more money for them, or a lot more money for them. And I like that fact of Klopp rather than Brendan.
You guys lost the league because of Gerard's slip.
Well, I'm not going to blame a whole season on one slip.
You should.
Agreed.
You should.
But that one game killed the season off.
Yeah.
For you. It mathematically.
And then the year later, he stomped on Mata or whatever,
So
whoever
that's the
was.
same
I mean,
position Klopp and Brendan Rodgers are in. It's the weirdest thing with Brendan Rodgers. Everyone remembers him as this terrible manager, but he started this
Just because
whole
he didn't
high pressure.
win. Yeah, he didn't win.
But that's what I'm saying.
He
Klopp
wasn't
is in
horrible.
the
He
same
just wasn't
position.
top-notch.
Klopp has spent just about as much money as Brendan Rodgers did. If Klopp doesn't win something, aka the league or the Champions League, dude, I think it's a failed season for Liverpool.
It should
No. I
It should
agree.
be.
It definitely
It's
is
a
going to
massively failed season, and
I
it
won't say
won't hold them to
massively,
the-
but it'll be a failed season.
It'll be a failed
Next
season.
year will be massively if they keep everyone. This year will be a failed season. Next year will be
Because they're not the favorites this
No.
year.
This year,
Rodgers
if they
wasn't a
don't
favorite
do
either,
anything,
ever.
it's failed season. The year after, I think Klopp actually gets fired.
Should.
Cool.
I mean, just because if he goes 2 seasons with this type of bankroll, these type of players, great, you sign them. Now you got to
win.
coach him, dude.
I think just to end on that, I think you should never sell him no matter what. You keep this guy at the club as long as he wants. The job is unless he loses.
I love
heart,
this dude.
Unless
I don't
he
want
loses
him.
spirit
Yeah,
and
his
heart.
spirit is-
Never fire
yeah,
him
you
because
have to.
he has the right mentality.
But
he
I'm
approaches,
saying
he
it's
approaches
this day and
the game.
age.
Dude,
I
but
want him to stay around for like
if you're gonna
20 years.
if you're gonna fire guys because you're gonna bring someone in,
Like
only
Arsene Wenger.
Abramovich and Perez at Madrid fired dudes who just won titles. No one really else does that
Agreed.
except Leicester.
Which is weird.
But speaking of buying players and stuff, you got any transfer nugs? Wrap up the show with some transfers.
I got a big one here. Arturo Vidal reportedly agreeing a 35 million euro deal with Barcelona. So we know Arturo Vidal,
35 million?
euro
Yeah, I heard it
or
was.
pound. Is it?
I heard it was 8 million euros.
Oh,
Like on the cheap.
shit. You know what? My bad. You're right. I'm confusing it. I was looking at his market value.
Yeah.
His market value is 35. Good looking out, Al. My bad.
Yeah, no, 8 million for Vidal. 31 years old, little injury prone. What's the matter, Huss?
You just went off the trail, dude. You went into the woods, man.
Me?
We still have relegated teams to go to.
All right. I'm just trying to stop the fucking Liverpool talk.
Why? We talked about
We've been
United
there for like an hour and a half.
We
I'm
talked
done.
about United for 3 hours. If you want to talk about Liverpool for 1 hour.
No, we discussed United. We just spitballed about Liverpool
To be honest,
you
we
would
really
know really
give enough
it was all
attention
over
to
the place.
Arsenal.
Well,
I'm feeling
no,
left
we were
out
spitballing
over
about
here.
United too. What was different between United and Liverpool besides your hard on for
it was,
United?
It was all I feels and I thinks and I believe.
That's the same thing with the Alexis Sanchez in the Alexis Sanchez.
that was me.
Lukaku.
That's all
And
Arsenal.
then-
That wasn't Al. That was
It's
me.
lights out.
No, that's
Lights
me.
out if
That's
they're
me.
all
That's not
firing.
Al. Al
Same
never said
thing.
that.
Same
Call us-
thing. No. He said lights out if those 3 are firing up top. Same thing with Firmino, Mane, and Salah.
I said those 3 should be able to carry.
but
I
that's
want you
discussion.
guys to record this. There's a moment where I was like, yo,
But no, our discussion went off the rails.
They're firing up top.
It should be
Al has
lights
a
out.
point.
It should be lights out.
Al has a point.
How could that
You
lineup
didn't say
not
should.
be-
You said it is.
No, but Al. No,
Whatever.
that's fine.
Same exact
Let's talk
context.
about Arsenal then, guys.
No,
Zan
I'm cool with talking
Colasanid
about Arsenal. I'm
out
cool with
for
talking
8
about
to
all
10
these
weeks.
teams. But
Al
don't
told
say we
Montreal.
were just talking about
We ended
Liverpool
up
that
talking
way.
about Brendan Rodgers. We were off the
You
track.
see?
We were off the
We can
deep
go
end.
back to.
And we talked about Jose for about 45 minutes.
But not
We didn't go
Rodgers.
to-
We didn't
we
talk
didn't go
about Van
into,
Gaal or Moyes.
Moyes.
We got to talk about Wenger now.
Oh Christ.
Finish
No,
up
Al
that.
had a point. I took us off the road.
No,
Talking about
it's a
Moyes.
Dude,
bit-
we were
it's a
never
team
gonna
effort between you two.
stop that conversation.
Yeah.
There's
All
never
right,
gonna
so
end.
relegated teams. Let's go after that. I'll go first. Here we go.
Wait, Arsenal?
Oh, you want to talk about Arsenal?
Nah, bruh. Nah.
No,
Relegated
every-
team.
We're not going to be soft. That's my
Relegated
prediction
team.
for Arsenal.
Arsenal.
We're not going to be soft. Okay.
Best
Yeah, that's
stadium in the
fine. Just say that.
championship.
Arsenal's will concede
So
goals.
the-
but
what,
we're
I
not
already-
gonna
I
be
already
soft.
have them. I already have them at fifth.
Let the man speak.
I already have them at fifth.
Let the
I
man
can't
speak.
have them relegated
He's got one
too.
line to talk about Arsenal. Let him
Yeah,
talk
that's
about
it.
Arsenal.
Thanks, Al. Backup bodyguard over
Encyclopedia
there.
Brown over.
Yeah,
That
Husband
sentence
just
was
walked-
is
yeah.
basically
Wait,
as
all
big
right,
as your
that's all.
budget for this transfer
Arsenal
season.
Arsenal FC 2018, 2019. Unai Emery, first year at the club. Good signing. Lichtsteiner. I think he's gonna be the best signing you guys made. Yeah, good squad.
Tom
That'd
has
be
Oh, wait.
raw. I hope it's fifth.
I have you guys.
not.
I have you guys fifth.
That'd be raw.
Tom has him as fifth as well. I
Yeah,
got him as fifth.
But they're
Actually,
they're
all
pun-
four of us
yeah.
have him as fifth.
But they're punching the top 4 throughout the season. But they're
sure.
not gonna make it over
They'll
the long
test.
haul.
It's
They'll
the
test.
goals, man. The defense is just lacking. I mean, because Koscielny out until basically the winter transfer window. Mustafi looking like a fraud. Some of us say suspect. I think he's an Arsenal fraud. So in the middle of the heart of
Should sell
defense,
him, yeah.
we'll concede goals. But what I mean when I say is we're not going to be soft is I don't think the away form. Last year, Arsenal's away form was putrid. Could not win away from home.
Aubameyang,
I think we
Lacazette. You
So
got
many
speed
goals.
up top, dude. You have a fumble. If you go with a 3 front, which everyone else is pretty much, you have a chance to get a lot of goals up there. And then if you keep Ramsey and those guys, and if, let's say Xhaka has a great season
Not
as a
gonna
midfielder.
happen.
I mean, let's say Socrates, your boy Al, if he has a good season,
Not gonna happen.
And you have Leno, so you have a chance to have a good spine.
That could happen.
And then you have so much speed up front. You know,
It's
you
possible. We're
never
gonna score
know.
goals. We're gonna
You
score
never
goals.
know
With the heart of
because there's
defense.
so many injuries can happen. So many players can get disgruntled. You have no idea what's going to
I
happen.
like,
this season.
Eddie Nketiah too. Keep an eye out for this kid. I don't know how much he's gonna play, as well as that Gundozi kid that we just signed. But keep an eye out for Nketiah. Kid's a goal scorer.
Speaking of something, Emery told Welbeck he can leave the club. Speaking of speed, up top, Danny Welbeck told to leave. So I don't know how much he's going to play. If he sticks around, doesn't leave, I don't think you're going to see him much.
Talk about
He
bust.
should have never came.
Other than last.
He should go to-
Great sell by United. Injury prone. Love the guy.
He
One
should
of my
go
favorite players,
to
but
like a Bournemouth, something like that. Get
to
that
Spurs.
reputation back up.
go to Spurs. You and Harry Kane. That'd be dope.
He wouldn't play for Spurs.
Dude, they have no one else behind. Play Harry Kane and Danny Welbeck. That's
Yeah,
better.
Lallana.
Jansen
Son.
sucks.
Jansen.
He's
I
not
mean,
playing.
that's
He's
their
not playing up
backup.
top. He's not playing a striker, but he could probably take over Wilson because Callum Wilson. I mean, as much as I'd love to do, he's probably going to get hurt again.
I got respect
So
for Danny
bring him in.
Welbeck's game, his hustle, his work rate. He's just not clinical, and you just can't carry someone like that.
Burnley. Bring him to Burnley. Him and Chris Wood
He
up top.
could go to Everton. He could go
Gonna
anywhere.
keep
But
raining.
No,
Yeah,
Everton. They already have people.
Yeah, but he could fit in at Everton. You know what I mean? Like, that's his level. Like, 7th downwards. He's not
Yeah,
a top
Burnley.
6 player. Yeah,
Yeah,
Chris Wood too, dude.
Yeah, I like Burnley.
Yeah, man. I just don't want. I don't want to get
Crystal
too
Palace.
gassed.
Take out Benteke. Put him up top
Oh
with Zaha.
Christ, that'd be awesome.
Oh, well, I just want a United boy from Crystal Palace. And awesome.
I'm with you on that, Huss. I'll talk Palace all day. Palace
With-
Max Meyer,
Right behind them.
Koyate.
Oh, Koyate. I love Koyate's signing.
I'm
No,
seeing
we're going
Wednesday.
Palace now. We're full.
Yeah, let's talk about Palace for 45 minutes.
The better London club.
I'm seeing Zaha linked with a 75 million exit.
He wants to
Dude,
leave.
he can't. Dude,
Palace.
give us one more year of not being
One
injured.
more song.
Of not being injured,
One
man.
more song.
Every year, man.
Just give us
He's
the
done-
encore.
he's
One
done
more
enough
year.
for the
He's
move,
literally
dude.
carrying 10 players. How can he not get injured, bro?
He
So
did
much
carry.
weight.
Every time he was out of the game, they'd lose, and when he's in the game, they'd win. It's like, dude, your
He's
boy
the man.
Townsend.
They literally
That's
did
why
not
I'm like,
score a
this
goal
guy's
for
fun.
like 2 months, 8 games without him in. Literally 0 goals.
Time to go. It's time to go.
Townsend isn't
Dude,
my
Chel-
boy.
he wants to
just-
go to
he's
Chelsea.
Robin. When Batman's there, he'll help.
Townsend.
When
Barely
he's not there,
Robin.
he
No,
won't do
no,
shit.
That
Townsend,
newspaper boy
no.
in the street corner.
He's Batman. I
I'm
mean, he's
done.
Robin.
I'm done with Townsend.
No.
Townsend is
Who's the Robin of there?
Townsend's a
Robin?
They played both
James-
of them
James-
on top.
Schwab.
James Punchin. The guy off the bench.
Oh, I like Punch. Yeah,
He's the underrated. He's Robin. Zaha's Batman,
Well, not like
and Townsend is Catwoman. Yeah,
He's more like Harden
let's not
Robin.
forget
I think it's
Hennessy. Hennessy's not playing this year. They got somebody else. I forget who it is, but
we
it's-
lost Mandanda, which sucks. What was
He
Mandanda
was hurt
doing
all
at
the
Crystal
time for
Palace?
you
He was
guys.
always hurt. Hennessy would play over him most of the time, but quality guy like that, deputy to Lloris for the French national team, World Cup winner.
Crystal Palace cannot go into the season with Hennessy being the top keeper.
Dude, it's Crystal Palace. Let's not. We're not
He's still starting for Wales.
better than Joey Hart.
He's up there.
Relegation.
No, they have Vincent Guaita. I'm not sure if he's gonna start over him or maybe Speroni. Come on, Hennessy.
All right.
It looks like he's drinking Hennessy during the game. Dude, I don't
That
know.
was too obvious of a
I would
buy.
take Karius.
You're better than that.
Dude, I would take.
He's really-
you're
I would
better
take
than that.
Karius
He's really-
over
he's
Hennessy.
You got more quality.
He's really not. He's really not. though.
He went for the low-hanging
Relegated for me.
fruit.
And not in order, because the order doesn't goddamn
Hennessy
matter.
can't grab it though. The low hanging fruit. That's how bad he is.
Someone pair of balls.
No, low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
No, like I'm talking about actual fruit. I'm not talking about balls.
Picking those cherries.
Okay.
Picking those oranges, those grapefruit.
Why is your voice all weird?
Because Tom could change his voice. You don't say anything about him.
relegation. Relegation.
I got Bournemouth, Brighton.
Whoa!
Bournemouth, dude, we forget. Eddie Howe almost lost his job in
12th
December.
place, bro.
Agreed.
Not when they send Danny Welbeck.
They
Welbeck.
Send his ass back. That's
Dude,
fucking-
they were,
Take a step back.
There were times when his job was in question. They haven't made any major signings. They let a whole bunch of guys go. They've made signings, but no one
Jack
major,
Wilshere.
no one serious. Jack Wilshere's at West Ham.
I know.
He would have been.
He was with them,
let
though.
him go.
He was loaned there.
Exactly.
Let
He
him
would have been that
go.
dude, man.
Nathan
But-
Ake is there now permanently.
But Bournemouth only finished 11 points above relegation.
11 points.
I think they had some luck in some of their victories they got, some of the draws they got.
Watford's
They stepped
sticking up.
against big.
Watford's
big
sticking up over
names.
Bournemouth. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Dude, someone who was in the league last year is dropping down for
Absolutely.
sure. We're
Dude,
seeing
that's why I
this
got
trend now
Brighton
of
and
new
Hudders.
upcomers. Bro, that
Dude,
third seed-
last year,
I got two
all
falling.
three stayed up
I got
last
two
year.
So I
falling.
got Brighton and Hudders
I
going
got
down.
one. But
All right,
who
tell
you
me.
got, Bus? Nah, go with Bus.
No,
Are we
Bus
going all
already
th-
did.
Are we
No,
going all
he
three?
did.
Just
Yeah,
one.
all three.
All right, all three.
Order doesn't matter.
First one, Cardiff. I mean, of the promoted teams, I think they're the one to go down. I feel like they've had the least amount of transfer talk, least amount of heart in the transfer market. 2, Huddersfield. When it comes down to Huddersfield, the best part about them was the defense.
No,
They're
Professor X.
Well, that too. I'm sorry. Second best part about them was the defense. the worst part about them, their offense. Now they had, I believe, 10 clean sheets last year. I don't see that happen this year, and they didn't make many good signings. Let's see who Huddersfield had. Let's go.
Husfield?
Oh,
You said Husfield. Those are S's, Hussy.
relegated.
Not-
crap! I kind of want them up now. I kind of want them to
Huddersfield.
stay up. Huddersfield. No, Huddersfield. They have a bunch of guys that basically, I mean, a couple guys from Monaco coming in, but no one that great, shall we
Names.
say, to keep them.
Who's coming in?
I can't say the names.
Don't say guys. You're disrespecting. Let the people
Jamal
know.
Lee, who's the last one?
Diak Habi, Daka Habi from center forward of Monaco. Diakhaby.
Okay.
Diakbe?
Diakabe.
There you go.
And then Congolo, center back from Monaco.
Terrence
I mean,
Congolo,
these
nice.
are decent signings, but not like, are they promoted or are they staying up type of
They
signings? I
survived
don't know.
last time, man. Don't forget how hard they were to break down. You know,
Yes, that's
they,
true.
They're a resilient squad.
I
2 years might be tough. They didn't really invest this year, but they invested a little bit. I think that's enough to stay up.
It was actually between Huddersfield and Brighton, and I chose Brighton because Paxel Gross. So my last one.
You missed it, Tiki. He called Huddersfield Husfield.
I didn't say Huddersfield. You wish I said that. I'm going with Watford, being a team that's going down. They have De La Feu coming in, but besides that, I mean, Ben Foster coming, which is good. They might lose Deeney, which would be
Massive blow.
they also lost Rickarlison, which was huge. So if they lose Deeney, who is quote unquote, I've always said the heart of that team, if they lose him, they're gonna lose their soul.
The top-
I'm gonna defend Watford, man, just for a minute. If they lose Deeney, sure, man, but it's literally like 4 or 5 days left. Odds are clubs aren't going to let go of their players, even if the player's unhappy, because there's not enough time to replace him. Watford will hold on to Deeney, whether he's kicking and screaming. they'll
30
hold
mil,
on to
though,
him.
for a 30-year-old. It's crazy.
Yeah, if it happens, it happens. Good for
Deuces.
them. It's business, but they'll go down. But assuming everyone stays, Richarlison, after match day, I think 17 or 18, didn't play, man. He just didn't play. He hit a wall.
Yeah.
And I think, what's his name, Marco Silva,
Everton now.
is the one who signed him, so he wants to keep working on that project at Everton.
Yeah,
And he looks
rejoined,
good.
reunited.
Exactly. But for actual Watford, he's part of the reason Marco Silva got fired. Because straight up, Richarlison hit a wall, stopped playing, stopped starting, was crying on the bench, dude.
Yeah, that was
crying on the
insane.
bench. So
He's
it was a
20
big
years old,
stage. So
though.
I don't think Watford lost a lot in losing him. They lost a lot of potential, but they survived without potential. Deeney will stay. I think they'll just be a grind-nosed team. I give him maybe one more season in the Prem this year. But I see him staying up.
But they also didn't finish very well last year.
No, they didn't.
Last
This
game.
is a new
they
year,
had
man.
they had United 1-0 loss.
a
Then
new year.
then they faced Newcastle, which they won, but then they lost to Spurs, tied Palace, lost to Huddersfield,
All right, don't go to
lost
the
to
fixtures.
Burnley,
Don't go to the
Now,
whole
tied
Hussey.
Bournemouth.
It's a new year,
Lost to
Huss.
Liverpool,
It's a new year.
lost to Arsenal. It's just
Cut his
lost,
mic.
lost.
It's a new
You
year.
can't.
All right, let me
So,
get my
yeah,
predictions in
never.
real quick.
Go ahead.
So I got Brighton going down. I got Huddersfield going down. Then I have the newly promoted Cardiff going down. Again, I just think this is a matter of quality here and a little bit of quantity and depth. But these are the teams I see going down, man. We'll see how it plays out because I know Brighton. Was it Glenn Murray who was scoring goals for them last year a
They
little
don't
bit.
look good. That's the thing with Brighton. Like they
Knockart
lost-
and those guys.
Yeah, they lost Tom Ince. No,
Was he on
Thomas
Inns?
Hudders. He was
Yeah.
Hudders. But no, Brighton, man, they're one of those teams where they kind of scrapped it and figured out how to survive. But I don't think they truly earned
They
it.
brought in the dude with a super long name for 18 mil.
Go on. Why don't you read his
Dude,
name?
come on now.
Why don't you read his name?
It's got to start now,
Yeah.
Huss. By match day 38, you'll
Yeah.
be saying it fluently.
Let's go.
What's his name?
Ja Banks. Ja Banks. They bought him.
Don't insult the man.
No,
What's his name?
I did.
bro?
Go ahead.
Jahan Bakash.
Please say it in like the
Jahan
most
Bakash.
American accent
I
possible.
can't
Don't
say
even
that.
try to-
Jahan.
Dude,
All right,
that's a player that could actually change things around. And then again with Pascal Gross, he is a game changer for that team.
Yes.
That's the thing. If he can stay healthy, I see them staying
If
out.
he doesn't, they go down. Simple math.
They got rid of Tim Krul though.
So my relegation, man. I don't know if I trust this fucking Wolverhampton Wanderers project they got going on there.
I
Spend
like it.
big.
Really?
Dude,
I love it.
how risky you buying a whole? It's like 18
I
a month,
love
dude.
it.
I love it.
Dude, I'm not saying I don't love it, but it's like,
combustible.
dude,
It's
you're up,
combustible.
you're right back down.
Yeah.
It happened. QPR,
With major
QPR. I think
Yeah.
Mark Hughes is like, dude, there's been like 5 managers. Like everyone bought players, but me.
That's the best example.
I didn't buy any of these guys. I'm trying to make a team out of this. Like it can be really a prolonged ripple effect in the club like for years. A move like this, very ambitious. They got promotion, but now they invested
So you thought
millions.
Wolves is one of your team.
They're an easy, obvious choice for me. I don't
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, no one's holding a gun to your head, Al. You don't have to. If you
That's what I'm
don't
saying,
want to.
man. They got guys. Diego Jota.
I think
they got
Wolves.
some sneaky-
I think Wolves are going down.
All right.
I got Brighton going down,
I was trying to convince him there.
and I got Watford going down.
Oh, what?
Cardiff's close. Cardiff stays up.
Dude, I slept on
Huddersfield
Cardiff.
stay
Cardiff's
up.
playing
I
in
should've-
Wales, so it's going to be tough every time you
Swansea.
play them.
The last time they were up, they went down. They're an easy choice to say.
Shout out to Aaron Ramsey.
But no, Watford goes down. See, Wolves are on the fence. Watford's definitely going down for me. Wolves with that money project, I think is going to fail. And then
Why don't you say Crystal Palace?
because Palace going to finish top
If
10.
they lose Zaha, that's the thing.
Zaha's
guys.
out. Y'all are
By the
done.
way, man, we're doing this prediction before the league transfer
Before the window
Oh my God! If they lose Zaha,
If they
zero
lose Zaha,
chance because of
it's a
Palace
wrap.
stay up.
I'm
Zero.
changing
a wrap.
Bournemouth. to
Fuck y'all.
Palace.
Today's the day.
Dude,
Today's
they
the
signed Max
prediction.
Mayo, like you said. This dude was the prodigy.
And
He was-
Koyate hold up that midfield.
He was in line with what's his name, Draxler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, for Germany, young talent development, but he got a little greedy with the wages.
We got Townsend. We got Punchin. We need another striker.
Nah,
But I mean, if
that wasn't convincing. We
I'm
got
saying,
Townsend, we got
I'm saying if
That's not the one you
I'm
leave the
saying
line with.
if Willie leaves, no, I'm saying if Willie leaves, like Max Meyer can play with those, like some kind of a supporting cast, and
Who's
just
scoring your goals?
just give him the ball.
That's my thing. Who's
scoring
scoring your
those-
goals?
Give who?
Desperate
Give who the
goals.
ball? The player that no one
Max.
wanted to sign?
Benteke?
The free transfer that nobody wanted to sign?
Because Max is a creative
Because his
player.
wage demands, not because of
Nah,
who
it
he
was
is.
it was his head case.
No, he wanted to sign.
I think it was. I think it's a little bit of both
Whatever,
because
dude.
80 mil really. 80,000 is not what?
He wanted 100.
Well, even so,
He
I mean,
settled. He settled for 80.
if he was worth it, they would have paid it.
Okay.
100,000 for the top
Yeah,
teams
that's a
in
fair
England
point.
is nothing.
Yeah, for a guy who's unproven and kind of could be filled potential. Yeah,
But to assume
he's not a rising
worth
star.
it. Yeah, you acting like guys like look at Zaha who was at United, paid early for him, sent him back down. Now they're talking about Chelsea. Like just because
Look, if
the teams don't come in for you when you're young doesn't mean you're not going to turn into.
No,
a
I understand
butterfly.
that.
But
Big
there's a
ups to his
side.
agent.
There's a flag
Butterfly in the sky.
There's a red flag there. You're
But
right,
to
Huss.
say give him the ball, let him work. I don't know.
Maybe, dude. We
He's
don't
a creative
know.
He doesn't have 96 speed like Zaha to
Must-
like push it down the line past people. That's
I'm
the
with
type
you.
of guy
If
you
we
give the
lose
ball
Zaha, they're
to
in
and see you later.
trouble. But I don't know if we got to shoot at Max Mayo. For
I'm
that.
not. I'm just saying he's not going to
Who-
keep the entire 11 players. 10 players on his back like Zaha did.
Who's
Probably
got predictions
not,
left?
probably not.
Hussey?
Nah, we're all
No, I
done.
got him done.
definitely let us know on our Facebook wall who you think is going to win the EPL this year. Do it now. Do it early.
Yeah,
don't
don't be a
watch the
puss.
first week and
Exactly.
be like, now I think I'm going to do it. It's a
We don't want to
deadline
hear
to
you talking
this.
smack.
I think there's a few
all
of them last
season
year
if you
too.
don't.
Yeah.
And which one of us is crazy? You know,
Not me.
how ridiculous.
Easily the most
Besides the
same.
obvious.
Dude, all right. So the individual awards, we're going to wrap up real quick with Golden Boot, Manager of the Year, and Player of the Year. So most goals scored, Manager of the
I
Year.
kind of want to do that
Player of
after
the
the first
year.
game.
Exactly. That's when it's easy. So he's
what
off to a
we're
hot start. I'm going to open it up for you for Golden Boot, Creep Boot, Kun Aguero. This is his year.
Man's got 200. He's the first player for Manchester City to have 200 goals. 146 right-footed goals, 35 left-footed. 18 headed goals, 101 inside of the box, 19 outside of the box.
Okay, dude.
Hashtag Raheem Sterling. So
Hashtag
Outside
Chicharito.
12.
he's got
And by the way,
Aguero's got 19 outside. He's got 181 inside.
if Belgium didn't go far,
Jamal
aka if Lukaku, wasn't gonna start the first maybe 2 or 3 games of the Premier League, I'd maybe have him edging out Aguero, not for any other reason except if Lukaku doesn't score, United's in trouble. And that's where I was saying, like, Sanchez will be that dude to kind of replace that. But, like, I think Lukaku's still going to have a baller season. I don't want to make it sound like, ooh, I think Aguero's the end-all, be-all. I think Lukaku, to cover Snacks, because Snacks going to be listening to this episode talking smack, I still think Lukaku will have a hell of a season and
Plus
keep
over
Aguero
20, you
honest.
said? Okay.
Yeah, I think I said 33 overall, but
Damn.
20. He scored 26 overall this year.
Yeah.
He scored 26, so it's not that far off. I think he's going to improve 33 overall, but I think he'll get over 20 in the league. 20 to
that's
25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tempted to give what's his face on Arsenal.
Aubameyang.
Lacazette or
Obama bang.
Why is no
Yeah.
one giving this Luck a love? He's at the
Fuck
9
him.
spot.
He's,
'Cause
he's,
you know where-
he's playing second fiddle in the parking lot to nobody, dude.
Fuck him, man. It's a duel. It's a partnership.
No.
Yeah. Tell that to Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to give Aubameyang because he's got a quiet spot to work, and he was the most productive guy.
That would make me change my prediction, though. I was just thinking the same thing. I was like,
Dude.
should I? I think I might.
He was the most productive guy after January in the league last year, scoring the most goals in a team that was floundering with a manager who was on his way out. Like, he still produced. I mean, that's what he could be United's guy. Also Lacazette, Mkhitaryan. He's got a great supporting cast up there in the attacking third. Still going to concede all day. It's going to keep you outside the top 4, like Liverpool, conceding a lot of goals. But I think I'm going to go with Harry Kane. Haven't said that.
Wait.
Came out the cut on you.
I was saying that
There's like a Tarantino movie right there. There's like M. Night Shyamalan over here. No, it's this. There's not this.
Am I having a stroke? You were talking about Aubameyang the whole time, right?
It's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
humans inside the costume the whole time, man.
That being said, I'm going with Harry Kane.
Let's switch it up on you.
I'm just saying he's got a great he's got great potential to be up there. But I think Harry Kane, with his experience in this league, he takes all the penalties. He even takes some free kicks. Like, he's always involved. He plays. If he gets injured, it does limit things. But
Al,
he's good for 3 or 4 like in a couple of games a year, and that really boosts your stats. For
I
no
want
reason.
you to become the host of The Bachelor.
Okay.
So you can just talk to the girls like, no,
Right.
there's so much. I love you. Your face,
a
everything, your
rose.
I'm the
personality.
host. I'm
It's
the
great.
host. I'm a
And
contestant.
as you're handing
You're
to
the
it, by the
Bachelor.
way, I'm not choosing you.
left
You
turn
hand it
on
to a girl like behind the curtain over there. You just throw it to her like, get out, get out.
That was a North London turn too, right there, man. It was slanted. It was Arsenal.
You actually,
Spurs.
I think you might actually sold me on Aubameyang. You actually may have sold me on it.
that was the
There.
idea.
That was a
Close.
hell of a pitch.
I think Aubameyang will finish top 3. But for me,
cares?
I have to go with Salah. I think Salah's
Akbar.
he's gonna do it again.
There is a lot of Liverpool love by Tom this
Yeah,
year.
man.
I like it though. I like it.
Yeah, right.
I like it.
No, what are you talking about?
I'm sticking true to it, man. I'm just not freaking putting my nuts all the way on the table because you can't trust these dudes' defense.
Well, call me
bro.
when you do.
You
All right.
trust them today.
Call me maybe.
I do.
On record.
I do, man.
So Hussey has
Under
Salah. All right, moving
No,
forward.
no. Because I'll go through it all.
Oh,
not all.
No,
Please,
no,
not all.
not all. of it. Halfway.
no, dude,
Well,
just give
for
who is
Kowski,
it?
might,
Oh, Mr. Aubameyang. I'm going to talk about for 10 minutes. And
You
then
see how I wrapped
Harry
it up
Kane.
though, and I moved on.
No, you didn't wrap it up.
We got to tell you to wrap
Dude,
it
you
up.
did not wrap it up at all.
We need a
dude.
Chappelle show wrap
So-
it up box right now.
Oh my goodness. So, Salah. Last year he had ultra magical goals, which I don't know if anyone, even he, could replicate. And then people know he's coming this year.
Yeah.
And not only that, but Shaqiri's there, so maybe Klopp is going to preserve him a little bit more for Champions League. So I'm not sure if he can actually produce what he just did. So I'm not going to say Salah. And Harry Kane, what you think? I told you I think it's the beginning of the end. I think things are going to happen where he doesn't do his thing.
Wrap it up.
Lukaku, he's going to be closer. Aguero, I would choose him, but he's not going to have all the minutes because he's going to have to share them with Jesus.
Exactly. That's a good point.
If he had all
That's
the
why,
minutes,
yeah.
I would easily choose Aguero.
Gonna
And
share
that's
it,
why,
share the load.
by default, I'm going to go with Al's semi-man, Aubameyang.
I like it.
Good
I
call.
like it. So, but what do you have Arsenal finishing?
Fifth. But it's going to be because of him.
Shit. Al, I want to give you credit, man. Huss has Salah written in here.
No, I don't. Do it. I didn't put Salah in there. You wrote that.
Did I write that?
No, my bad. I thought he wrote Salah in there.
No.
I was gonna give you credit for changing.
He was talking about
changing his
Salah, though,
mind.
yeah.
All right.
So, Salah.
yeah, he
Knocking
did.
him get it.
He did.
No, you did the same
I'm gonna
exact
start from the beginning.
He's in the same
He's
exact
born
thing.
in Egypt. Manager of the year, real quick.
Jurgen Klopp.
Pep Guardiola.
And then a hush goes over
Come on, guys.
the podcast. Come on, say it. Who's a Palace manager? Hudson?
Roy Hodgson.
Roy Hudson. Old man Hodge.
Go on,
Oh,
Hudge.
fucking Scrooge over there.
Come on, guys.
That turkey
I'm going
neck.
Klopp.
Cool.
How's he gonna win
Ow.
EPL Manager of the Year and come in second?
You never know.
Ain't no consistency here. I don't see any
know.
consistency.
As I
bro.
said, I'm like, not again. I'm choosing my heart right now. I love Klopp.
I don't have consistency too, though. But
I got Pep Guardiola. The little cunt.
Guardiola.
Yeah, but you don't have to be winning the league to win Manager of the Year. City did it last year. He got it last year.
Yeah, you typically do. It's like Player of the Year.
Someone got it. What's his name? You guys love him. Benitez. Was it Benitez? No.
I'm just saying typically, right, guys? Like
Actually-
majority of the time, the team
I-
who
I
wins
almost-
the league.
I almost
get
choose Arsenal.
Manager of the Year.
Whoever
I only-
achieves the most with a little resource sometimes. You
Yeah,
know.
that's what they do in EPL.
Yeah, unless
they
you
try
go
to be
on-
funky.
if
If
you
you want like a
Ah,
historical
sportsmanship.
run
No, EPL tries to be funky.
with
I think.
players, I agree, but with managers, a lot of
No,
it
I'm
is
saying they're
if
funky
you
with
win.
managers. I think players, they go be the top scorer,
who's
top
there?
assister.
Who's won? What? Even when Leicester
Like
won, Ranieri Manager of the Year. Like,
Whoa, now, come on now. Come on, dude.
Pep
There have been
wins,
years when
Pep
Fergie wins and he doesn't
Pep
get
win-
it.
I'm just saying because you're a winner, there's usually something historical happens within your run, leading.
That's
to
why
Manager
I
of the Year.
almost
think
was
this-
thinking your manager right there.
That's why.
Or Poch. Those two. I was thinking one of those guys.
All right.
Arsenal
You
or
gotta
Tottenham.
win
Right there.
Hey, here it is. Oh, this is fucking brilliant.
Thank you, the history.
Ready?
Tell Tom.
Here's
They
the
always
history.
get funky, dude.
So, don't look.
I saw Tony Poulos up there.
they always get funky, dude.
Tony won it?
Always get
Tony!
Tony won it?
TP!
Top scorer, top assist, top
If
goal.
Burnley finishes
Guys,
sixth, it
so-
goes to
I
him.
think Deitch.
Deitch.
Didn't Deitch win?
It was Tony Poulos with none other than Crystal Palace, The Great Escape. Tony Poulos.
Go ahead, let's wrap it up.
So
That's quick.
so the last few. So last year, Pep Guardiola, winner.
Winner.
Before that, Conte, winner.
Winner.
Ranieri, winner.
Winner.
Jose, winner. Then it got funky. We go back, was it 5 years? Tony Poulos. Then Fergie.
Winner.
Funky again, Alan Pardew with Newcastle.
Didn't win shit.
Didn't win shit,
Nope.
but kind of stayed the ship, you know. Then Fergie.
Winner.
Before that, Harry Redknapp. Achieved a lot with Spurs. Didn't quite win it. Good Champions League run.
3 years in a row.
And then Fergie, Mourinho, Wenger.
Wenger.
But
What? Wenger?
the last
Wenger
5 years,
was
He didn't
Wenger.
win.
Yeah, he
no,
did. It was
no,
undefeated
no, no. It was
season.
when he won. It was only when he won.
But-
Majority of the time, the
It wa-
team
it wasn't-
who
it wasn't
wins
one just
but
like
you
that.
have to remember, last
Thank
year
you.
they beat records, so Pep got it. Then before that was Conte. First year, changed things around. Then who was it?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Ranieri.
Poulos.
Ranieri obviously won because of Leicester, and then before that was
Guys, you,
Mourinho.
just you literally just proved
Mourinho.
my
Josie
point.
because it was
Majority
Wasn't
of
that
the
his-
time. All I'm saying is majority.
that
I'm not
was
saying
his year
every
back,
time.
wasn't it?
Majority
Yeah,
of the
he came
time.
back and won the league.
Yeah, but it
The
was
team
because
who
they
wins,
wanted
the
their
manager
first
wins.
year back.
No, it's because
It's
they
because
won
they
the league.
won. Fuck
Yeah.
how
They
it
won,
happened.
but also
they won. If
but it
you
was also-
win, the chances are, bro. It's like we discussed this MVP award and Ballon d'Or. The best player on the best team, who wins, usually gets the award. It's the same thing with the
Well, I
manager.
do believe that Klopp has to win to win manager of the year.
Two-
But
but hey, look at it this way.
But Poch and Embry don't have to. Deitch doesn't have to.
2011,
But you better do something historical.
2011, 2012, Man City won the
Finished
league.
sixth.
Man City won the league title last day of the season. Aguero, 94th minute. Their first title in like 50 years or 40, 30, over 35 years. Manager of the year, Alan Pardew. You know what I mean? That's like when Xavi or Iniesta scores the game winner in the World Cup, wins the World Cup, wins Champions League, wins La Liga. Messi, best player of the year.
There are no absolutes, man. But again,
Except that Liverpool sucks.
Yeah.
majority
right.
rule,
An
man.
absolute money spent in
By the way,
EPL.
that youngster Chelsea, his name's Hudson Odoi.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Very excited
two-part
about
name.
him, man.
Callum Hudson.
Yeah.
Dude, he's nice.
Player of the year. Who you got?
Paul
like-
Pogba. Just
I
moving
mean,
on.
I'm writing it down.
Let's go.
I got Sanchez.
Sticking hard with it.
Or is it Kevin De Bruyne's in the mix also? He's gonna have a good season no matter
Man,
what.
I gotta
as well.
I gotta go with Salah, doubling up on it. Gotta go Salah, doubling up.
Jordan Henderson, Ryan Hussey. Let's go.
No consistency again.
Okazaki.
I almost said Okazaki, but another love affair I almost say.
Love affair. Ooh, tell Lindsay about that.
No, this is too much of a...
Three,
it's not laughable, but it's
one.
such a long shot that it's almost laughable.
0.
I almost want to say Roberto Firmino.
Firmino.
That's fine.
Not almost want to say that's...
All right, fine. Firmino. I'll go for...
FA Cup. Because all the top teams are in it, unless you're predicting, like...
Liverpool.
Derby County to win it.
That's where Liverpool's getting their trophy this year.
United.
I got United, too.
I got City winning that.
Fuck you, Tom.
I got City winning
EFL Cup.
United.
Arsenal.
I got Everton.
Actually, no, sorry.
Everton.
I take it back.
I got Everton.
Chelsea. Chelsea's winning that one. My fault. I'll write Chelsea in.
Chelsea could win that. Why not Liverpool?
There was no. Nah.
I got Spurs winning their first cup. I think Spurs win that
shit.
one.
I like it. All right, let's wrap up with some transfer nuggets in case we missed some. I know we've been jumping in and out of it, but what do you guys got? Anything good? Anything
we
worth
talked
mentioning?
about Max Meyer. We talked about Kouyaté. That's all I have to say.
What about?
But the big one was
You were talking about someone maybe going to Burnley.
The big one was
Earlier.
Vidal. But before that, Vidal going to skip interleague play.
On a Barca.
Vidal going to Barca for 31-year-old was like less than 9 million euros.
They're going for the Champions League, man.
They're going for Champions League.
And depth.
Kick this thing again.
Because Paulinho went back to China, so
signing
now
that
it's
United could have made,
similar.
Arsenal could have made, anyone really could have signed Vidal. Like they didn't want him.
I think
Bayern
it's the
didn't want him.
injury, Yeah, it's
His
the
injury
and
record is pretty bad.
Bayern brought in Goretzka. He's gonna take that time now.
Speaking of Bayern, they just beat Man United in one of the last preseason
Moving on.
matches here. 1-0. Javier Martinez beating Man U 1-0. Picture of Alexis Sanchez. His uniform up over his mouth, and it's not setting up too nicely right now.
Wiping
for your
the
boy
sweat off his
Sanchez.
face. All right, whatever. Boateng still might come to United from Bayern after this game. Scott McTominay played center back in the last game before this one. Jose's message to Woodward that I need a center back.
Yerry Mina as well.
Yerry Mina.
Everton reportedly agree a 28.4 million fee with Barcelona's Mina as the talks have stalled with United.
Fuck him.
So that could be Fugues, but
Fuck him.
As we said,
Wait, where's the reports coming from? Spain?
Man,
I don't trust
Al,
him.
You see, Al just did that salty thing that
he's
dudes do when they try and
nasty.
holler at
Fuck him.
chicks. Like, yo, baby, what's up? She's like, oh, get out of here. Well, fuck you anyway. You just walk away. That's before you were trying to get at Yerry Mina. Now that he's agreed reportedly, allegedly to Everton, now it's, nah, he can go.
It's fine.
Yeah, he's not our type anyway.
He can do him.
Yeah.
One of the funnier transfer stories I've seen this year. We all know Ronaldo to Juve, with that Higuain on loan to Milan, and also Mattia Caldera, very promising center back, over to Milan as well. Bonucci comes back to Juve after leaving them last year for AC 5-year deal, kind of like a swap deal with Caldera. Like, dude, they're trying to build for the Champions League. Like, I mean, they lost Buffon, but they're like, no, we're not waiting for potential. This is the team. This is our one chance to kind of go for it. We got Ronaldo now. So they're bringing back Bonucci, one of the best in the world, still 31. But to his experience, he's a ball playing center back.
Absolute pinger.
So
great signing.
And Juve in Champions League going to be scary again this year, and Madrid not so much. I feel. But yeah, no, it's just fine.
Yeah,
Bonucci leaves, comes back.
It's Chelsea. I think is going to be the busiest team towards the end of the window here. I think they're looking to potentially make a couple of other signings. Courtois may leave. Hazard may leave, which may lead to a chain of events. So I think keep an eye out for Chelsea. Obviously United, we know they've been trying to bring players in. I see Man City, apparently Pep's come out and pretty much said that their spending's over. I think Liverpool's along the same page. Arsenal, we're going to have to sell in order to buy, reportedly. So look for Chelsea.
Doesn't make sense anyways.
Look for Chelsea
said
to
they're
make.
done too, unless a big name comes available.
Like,
That's what I'm
why
saying. We
though?
still may sell
Why?
in order to buy, but again, it would be
But
for
not
a guy
to
for like
buy.
Vida.
You
For
just
like
had
a
left back go
lower
down.
key guy.
Go for that center back. Go for that defender.
You know what? At left back, Maitland-Niles showed he can play left back, but I like him in the middle of the field, even though we kind of do have a surplus of guys there. But Maitland-Niles might be starting for Arsenal first game of the season against City.
It's rough, man.
Because Nacho's a little bit banged up.
Nacho.
Kolasinac is out for a little while now.
That's rough, dude.
That's
Missing
terrible.
Cola.
Well, Chelsea will continue ruining careers.
For sure, man. And they'll continue
Ross
winning
Barkley.
more leagues than Arsenal.
Woo. But we'll see. Sorry, we'll see what they do.
All right, guys. I think that wraps it up, right? Anything else before we go?
Get your fantasy on.
That's it.
Fantasy and get
That's
your
basically what
teams
it
in.
is. I have a lot of work to do. I made some charts. I'm not sure if I'm going to share them yet with you guys. But I mean, I took all the best 20 players, top scorers of all the positions. Try to find out where they all had something in common. And I think I learned a couple
Her
things.
name was Tiffany.
And I still have
she
to.
was the finest in London.
I still have to find my couple sneak peeks of the year.
Sneak
Dick pics?
Yeah.
Sneak
But I
What are you
got
talking?
yeah.
Sneak.
Oh,
Yeah, but
cross
Diogo Jota.
nip slip. What is that?
Yeah, that's
Diogo
illegal, Huss.
Jota from Wolves. He was from Atletico Madrid. He got 17 goals,
Save this.
6 assists.
Look, save this for midweek. Maybe we'll do a quick pump up
Yeah.
right before the league starts. We're not going to be doing fantasy talk every week this coming season. Maybe every 5.
Life got in the way, guys.
5 or
My
so.
bad, but you know what?
Unless you
You
come
never
to
know. I might just
37
pop up
Custer
with one.
Street,
What?
Anytime USA, come talk to Hussy one-on-one.
Just come by. I don't care. But I mean, it is what it is.
So
Bring some
creepy,
beers.
guys.
Bring some
Yeah,
beers.
definitely bring some beers because it helps.
Just gonna have
the
Terry knocking on your
So I
door.
broke up
That's
the
okay.
address.
He can stay over. We got
I
an
was
extra
gonna
room.
give you
You
full
have to take
address,
Al's
and
room.
I thought better.
Yeah, we just didn't mention people who've been extended contracts.
Nobody cares.
Pedro,
Yeah.
contract
Iwobi.
extension. Iwobi.
Oh,
Contract
nice, dude.
extension. Gary
Awesome.
Jesus.
Nice.
Bones,
Iwobi.
Bones,
Extension.
Bones, dude. Iwobi.
Yeah, that's dope, bro.
Fire.
Yo.
I know, right? Like,
A young,
I love
promising
Iwobi.
kid.
that's what I'm saying.
I like
Promising? I don't know.
Dude, he took a step back.
Welbeck
Again, you
was
guys
more
are so
promising
quick.
than he is.
Nah.
False.
Hey, this
Settle
is
down.
all Hussy. I love the guy. I love his uncle.
What about your boy Rigi? And
What about him?
And
Divock?
Ojo. What about Ojo? What happened to that Ojo dude?
I hope they sell him.
Who
What
you
happened? Make money off
You were
them.
all over him. Oh my god! If Ojo comes in,
No,
all that.
when was I that?
All that. What about Jordan Ibe? What about?
When was I like that?
Fist bump on that. Yeah,
I-
that's what I thought.
I'm the one that wants them to
Well,
sell.
that's
You're the one
actually-
re-signing them.
Yeah, bro, he's still young. Give him some time.
Nah, dude.
Dude,
Loan him
Arsenal
out.
play the most
Out.
youngsters.
Out.
Better look at us.
Out.
Yeah, we do.
All
Out.
right.
We already
Loan him out
Nah,
or sell him.
nah,
Wrap it up.
was
Not good
false.
enough for the team.
All right.
Later.
Brewster? Yeah.
That's it. Rooster?
Brewster.
I thought you said Musa.
Wilson.
Musa left as well.
All those guys. Not Ojo. Not Origi.
Yo,
Get
you about
the
to
hell
get
outta
transferred,
here.
Huss. You about to get transferred to a new
I,
podcast, bro.
I'm too expensive.
you get transferred.
You
Huss.
can't afford me.
Deadline day coming up.
Last minute deadline day trade.
You wouldn't want that.
Nah, I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah,
Dude, what is this pillow talk you guys are doing back and forth? Fucking hell, man.
That's that Liverpool sneak thing right there. That's
Yeah, we
going
gotta
on.
go
Alright,
get
guys.
United.
They're taking over this year.
Thanks for joining us. You know I
Could be.
did.